What up?
I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
Coach JB.
Yeah. Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
Proven with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop into
You are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, how it's talking.
Gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves.
That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so past it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight, and I said that guy can be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
The gap. Smitty and Jason Brown.
To the Coach JB show.
What up? It is Work Boot Wednesday. Strap up your hard hats and work boots. We got a loaded lineup today. It is Keenan Middleton Wednesday as Key's thoughts. He'll be joining us to share something. He's got a little arm issue, so may not be able to make the first road trip to LA to be right here to play my Doyers. So we're going to break that down. Big Matt McChesney is supposed to join us after that. In the second hour, Keenan in the first hour. So let's get back. Let's get strapped up. It is Work Boot Wednesday here on the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty. Please, I need you to become a new member. Subscribe today if you're not one, and become a member of our Discord, Slap Nation. Download the Discord app and find Slap Nation and become a member of that. We got a hell of a show today. Keenan Middleton, St. Louis Cardinals pitcher. Big Matt McChesney. We're going to talk some shop on the realest show on Planet ERF. But first, make it make sense with Coach JB, as a New York City woman was arrested for changing the locks on her own home. Bailey, show it.
And so did you. You broke through the front door.
Officer.
The man called the police on her.
So why is it that I have to leave and he doesn't have to leave?
Because technically he can't be kicked out. We need to go to court.
They consider this a landlord-tenant issue. And by law, it has to be handled through the housing court, not with police.
If you own this house, you would not want her inside.
I don't own it.
Exactly,
yes.
she does.
Yes, but then once again, you should know how the law works.
I do know how it works.
There's rules to the as you got to go to court and send me to civil court.
He says he signed a lease in October, but wouldn't tell us with who.
I got proof longer than that.
Show us the proof.
But who are you for me to show? I showed it to cops.
Dan with Channel 7 News. If you don't want to show it, you don't want to show it.
Proof. Come here, brother. I like Dan.
I would.
Make it make sense. New York, California, both are allowing squatters to basically break into your home. And once they're in your home and they find out you're not home and they get in there and you try to get them out, no bueno. Can't get them out. You can't get them out legally. Yes, I said it correctly. A woman who owns her own house was arrested for changing the locks after an illegal had been squatting in her house for months. By the way, that guy's been in here in the United States for quite some time, but he is not legal. Never did everything properly to stay here in the country. In New York, California, it is illegal to now turn off the heat, turn off the water, or kick them out of your own house. If they get in, you can't kick them out. What part of the game is this? I'd be damned, people. I'm just telling you guys right now. This is where I draw the line. You aren't taking my shit that either I earned or belonged to my father, my grandmother, my auntie, my uncle, or whoever. Some fucking Hamas gets in my place because I went on vacation. He breaks in and now owns my shit. What the fuck part of the game is this? California is dealing with the same shit. Some illegals that came over and found out that California's laws are so lax that they know the rules. They breaking into homes here in California, and now you cannot get them out of your home if you go on vacation. So there's some illegals even on video saying they've heard about the laws in California and now are looking to break into homes. They literally did TikTok videos on it because they know they can't be kicked out. Why or who in the fuck would make such a law? Seriously, people, make it make sense. I'm trying to figure it out because I'll be damned, dog, if you answer my door and act like nothing's wrong and you think I'm not getting you out. Good luck. Now to sports. On the realest show on Planet ERF, Clemson files a lawsuit against the ACC over exit fee. Listen, the ACC, and like I've been telling everybody, college sports, as you once knew it, is dead. It's over. It is going to be buried very, very soon. Alabama lineman transfers to Iowa and now has transferred back to Bama. The Jets get Aaron Rodgers, our new vice president, a new weapon. And no, it's not a B-2 bomber. It's Mike Williams, a big physical wide receiver if healthy. The Jets have quietly had the best offseason of anyone. We're going to dive into it. UFC's Conor McGregor, fresh off making a reboot and remake of Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal, says he vows to have a summer bout with Chandler. We're going to see if McGregor comes back. College football playoff and ESPN agreed to a $7.8 billion with a B dollar deal through 2031-32 season. The Rams, Jimmy G, fresh off of getting signed. Sean McVay signs Jimmy Garoppolo after being banned. He says he messed up on exemption, and that is why he got cracked. We're going to dive into that. We will pick our NCAA tournament brackets live today on the show, and then we'll talk to Keenan Middleton about his arm, along with Matt McChesney on some spring football. But before we begin, we have some news, some breaking news, some sad news to some, maybe not sad to others. But Big Smitty is in transit. He is taking his lovely wife to the airport as she's about to travel. So he'll be a little late to work today. You usually have fire cats that are late to work, because, you're supposed to figure this shit out before, figure out how to do it, get a driver, take her earlier so then you can get back. See, these young cats don't have a clue. They don't understand how to manage their time. They just don't know. They don't get it. They don't get it. So Smitty will be joining us a little late. We'll dock his pay. No super chats for him today. Everyone, send it to me only. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Appreciate everybody pound the like, subscribe, become a member. We got Big Matt. We got Keenan Middleton joining us. But before that, let's get to the quote of the day, brought to you by betonline.ag. What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's BetOnline. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to BetOnline today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Peace. The administrators don't need me. They've clearly said it. by not saying it. All right, let's go. Let's dive into the quote of the day. To those who have everything, more will be given. From those who have nothing, everything will be taken. That is a real shit right there. That is some real shit. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and it has been that way since the beginning of time. Unfortunately, that's the business. That's the world we live in. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the poor is always trying to be crabs in a bucket. They're trying to get out, and they can't. And the rich are looking at us all laughing. That's what it is. Contrary to belief, a good lie is always sprinkled with some truth. So you better dive into it. Dissect it, do a deep dive into somebody telling you something, because usually when it's too good to be true, it is. A good lie is always sprinkled with some truth. So I got this smell good. All the ladies in the house will like it. I got this smell good stuff that I use from Hotel Collection. If any of you know about Hotel Collection, women in the room, and there's a fragrance that I use, an oil called My Way. Now, these things are very expensive. They're not cheap. They're basically diffusers that go through your whole home, and it smells like if you're walking into the Aria. So when you walk into the Aria in Vegas, you know that smell. That's how my house smells. So they called me yesterday trying to give me this deal that is the big one. The one that goes into your AC ducting, and then it goes throughout your whole house. Well, it's like a $2,000 system or whatever. So I'm like, all right. She's like, I want to give it to you for free. And I'm like, all right, what's the catch? Well, here's the catch. After I fucking cuss her ass out for lying to me. Because remember, every truth has a lie sprinkled into it, and every lie has some truth in it. Her lie's truth was the machine was free. That was true. But then you have to sign up for a 36-month oil plan, which comes out to around $4,000. I almost called her out of her name. I guess she thought I was Boo Boo the Fool. So after I hung up on the broad and I told her to get fucked, basically, no, I'm not signing up for a 3-year contract for oil. Yeah, it smells great, but I got 2 of these machines in my house already. I don't need the big dog to go through the AC duct when I'm not home a lot of the time. So now, see, every lie has a truth. Every truth has a lie sprinkled in there. So be careful now. That's why you got to be careful. And no offense, ladies, but when you're buying a car, unless you were raised by a mechanic, take a man with you. Take a man with you to dissect the car salesman, because they're going to lie to you. And they see women, they go, dude, I'm going to get over. Telling you, I know for a fact because I talk to these guys. All right. Now to sports. Let's dive into it. First of all, let's get the poll question out of the way. Drop the comments in the section below. Do you get up early to watch your favorite sports team play? The NFL, during the season, they'll go to London. It's 6 a.m. in the West Coast. It's 9 a.m. on the East Coast. Do you get up to watch them? Today, the Dodgers, my Doyers, are playing the Padres. The game started at 3 a.m. West Coast. No, I did not get up. And I will not get up to watch a football game. It is the dumbest shit on planet Earth. I don't get up early. Don't play it. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. Now, remember, I'm specifically talking about your team, your favorite team. If the Jacksonville Jaguars happen to have to play at 3 in the morning, D. Jones, are you getting up? I believe that's like the ultimate fanboy. Fanboy, fangirl will get up to watch a team that literally has no clue who you are. D. Jones, the Jags don't have a fucking clue who you are, dog. They could give a fuck less about you, by the way, if you get up and watch them or not. Just throwing that out there. No offense. I'll be damned if I get up to watch a fucking Dodgers play at 3 a.m. It's a you problem. Your dumbasses went over there. Dodgers are up 5-2, by the way. Money talks. Money talks. The Dodgers' money just kicked in. They were down 2-1 all the way in the 8th inning. And then, bam, Dodgers just exploded for 4 runs in the top of the 8th. Now they're going in the 9th. See, I don't even need to watch the game. I'm just going to get the score. I'm going to get the score from you. I don't need to watch the game. So, no, I'm not getting up, by the way. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Why are we going over there and playing anyway? I don't get it. There's a poll question out on our YouTube channel, and it's about 50-50 votes right now. Yeah, if you're up, I guess you're watching. If you're not up, though, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if people are really watching or not. I don't know. Let's dive into some football news in college. ACC. Clemson files a lawsuit. I don't know how to take this, man. Listen, Clemson states it believes these claims are false and hinders its opinion or its options for exploring conference membership elsewhere. Listen, bless me. Shit. Basically, they want alternative revenue sharing proposals. Clemson wants clarity for its legal rights and obligations. This lawsuit could pave the way for Clemson to leave the ACC. The ACC basically is charging them, I think, $190 million, if I'm not mistaken, which seems to be a little bit over the top. I'm trying to figure out. To me, it sounds like a setup. This all sounds like a setup. It all sounds like a setup to me, meaning that I believe these teams have talked. They know that the NCAA is going to be gone very, very shortly, meaning that these guys are talking, these ADs and presidents, and they're going to say, listen, let's get out of these conferences and break away from the NCAA because we're going to create a couple power conferences with all the teams in it, and the NCAA will have no say. That's the next thing. That is how the coaches will get the power back. And I don't know if I'm mad at it. I don't know if I'm mad at it because I don't agree to. Basically, it's a debate right now. It's the old heads like myself and the young heads like most of you who think that player empowerment is a good thing and that players should get paid the way they are and that they should have all the say and that they should dictate money. They should dictate where they play. They should dictate playing time. They should dictate how much money they get. All that. The coaches obviously want the power back. Now, listen, we can debate all this power talk all we want. The power talk is not a matter of a dick measuring contest. The power talk is the fact that there needs to be some sort of hierarchy, some sort of fucking rules so we can discipline the rules. There's no rules. Therefore, there's no discipline. Therefore, you can transfer from Alabama to Iowa and back. What the fuck are we doing? So an O-lineman left Alabama. Okay, have you heard this story? This kid, Caden Proctor, left Alabama after the season. We're going to use the excuse Nick Saban retired, okay? Transferred to Iowa, starts going through it. So in June, the kid committed to Iowa, okay, of 22 out of high school. Becomes the highest ranked recruit to commit to the Hawkeyes ever. In December, he flips to Alabama. 2 days before signing day, by the way, which I've told you guys what's called a selector school. I'll break that down again. Then in the fall of 23, starts every game for Alabama as a true freshman, earns freshman All-American and all SEC honors. But January 17th, he enters the transfer portal. And then on the 20th, announces portal commitment to Iowa. Yesterday, he goes back to Alabama. So let me be clear here. I want to be very clear. I thought there was a two-time transfer rule in place. Is this not that? So you can go back to your original school and it doesn't count as a second transfer? I'm confused. We got more rules that are meaningless in the NCAA. The dumbest shit I've ever heard of. Yet, we allow this. We've created this monster. You've created this monster. Now, I love the comments on social media. Coach, he only left because Nick Saban retired. This is the ignorance that happens on the young TikTokers and Instagram people and all these fucks that don't know shit. He only left because Nick Saban retired. Really? Did Nick Saban unretire? Did Nick Saban fucking unretire last night that I don't know about? Is Nick Saban back at Alabama? Is something I don't know going on? So Nick Saban retired. Now that's my get out of jail free card. Oh, I'm leaving. Well, he didn't unretire, dog. Nick Saban ain't back. Yet the kid is. The kid came back. Your guys' excuses are like assholes. You all have assholes and you all have excuses. The only thing that really matters is how bad they stink. Your excuses smell like your ass. Bad. Stop making excuses for these fucking pussies. Stop. Just stop it. How about you hold the kid accountable for once and say, you know what, dog? You're wrong. Why don't you make up a fucking decision? If I was a female out there looking at this guy, I would never, ever, ever marry him. And if I was her dad, I would say, you're not marrying that dude. He can't commit. He can't commit to shit. And you guys are okay with it. That's the problem. You guys are okay with it. You allow it. You don't coach it. It blows my mind. You allow this shit every single day that this type of shit happens. Like, this is happening in college basketball right now. And Coach Yo yesterday made up some great points about, we're kind of got us by the balls. The players kind of have us by the balls. She said that because this is what I've been telling you guys. We've allowed them to take an inch and turn it into a mile. Once you give them an inch, they will take a mile. Once you tell them, hey, we're going to pay you, then they look like, oh, shit. You're going to pay us? Now I'm going to start demanding pay in high school. And I had a debate with some idiot yesterday who said kind of what Smitty says. You get paid for whatever anyone's willing to pay you. Well, guess what? What you're worth and what you've earned are two completely different things. And I'm just going to be honest. I don't think that these high school kids should get paid anything. And I think that's how you fix the NIL. That's how you fix it. No high school kid gets paid coming out of high school. That means as a freshman, you cannot get paid. You get a scholarship based on your playing performance on the field and your high school grades, making sure that you're a qualifier to get into my school. We sign you. You commit. You sign. You come in as a freshman. You compete versus everyone on our roster. And if you ball and do your thing, then next year you get NIL. You're available, or you're now allowed to get NIL. Now you can negotiate it based on what your performances were on the field and in the classroom. So if you had a 1.9 GPA, then you're not getting paid in the spring of your second season. Like, come on now. You're not getting paid. Now, if you got a 3.0 and you balled as a true freshman, now you're negotiating like a motherfucker. You're like an NFL player. I'm negotiating what I'm worth, what I earned. Period. So, some idiot in the chat who's a young, probably a 21-year-old said, fuck that. Pay the student athletes like professionals. That is the biggest oxymoron I've ever heard in my life. Pay the student athletes like professionals. And why am I pocket watching? I could give a fuck less about what you make. But I'm trying to fix this fucking issue that we have that you are oblivious to, because you think that your 16-year-old kid should tell you when to get home at night too, right? Gradzad. Do you let your dad, you let your son tell you when to get home? Fucking idiot. Do you let your mom, you let your daughter tell you, or does your daughter tell you when to wash dishes, motherfucker? Does your daughter tell you to make your bed? You fucking clowns are unbelievable to me. You don't understand that in 5 years you're going to be begging to get it back how it used to be. Because it's spiraled out of control so bad. Because you're so young and dumb that you don't realize, because you have no forthright thinking. You can't think forward. You have no forward thinking whatsoever. So you're sitting there stuck in today's fucking world thinking they should be paid. Well, just pay them all. You don't even know why they're being paid. You want 2 stars to get the same money that you're making in your fucking 9-to-5 job, don't you? It's fucking unbelievable. You act like they're fucking... No, they're not grown men. TBE trucking. They're not grown men. Define grown man for me. And don't tell me 18 years old, because if you tell me 18 years old is grown man, you're a fucking idiot. If you think 18 means you're a grown man, you're a fucking idiot. And you're part of the problem. No wonder there's so many fucking idiots out here. Because you know what happened years ago? Let me give you a little context on this thing. Babies started having babies. Okay? So I'm from the hood. Babies having babies has always been an issue. And we used to be set down by our mentors and say, man, stop having babies. You're a baby. You're a baby. Why are you having babies as a baby? And nobody understood that shit. Everybody thought, oh, we could have babies at 16, 15, 14-year-olds having kids. Mo Martin in the chat, he'll tell you our whole Compton roster had a daughter or a son as we were playing at 18 years old in JUCO. We all had kids. It was a fucking daddy daycare on the Compton College practice field. We had broads on the sideline, our bitches, our side bitches, our baby mamas having our kids on the sideline in strollers, holding them. We had babies on our fucking practice field every single day for years. And we wonder why it spirals out of control. You wonder why babies having babies is not a big issue? That's what you guys are condoning right now by paying these motherfuckers who know no shit. Get the fuck out of here. So you're telling me let's pay a 17-year-old, let's give him a fucking Hellcat too, when he's never even driven a fucking Prius yet. But now let's give him a Hellcat that goes 180. This motherfucker don't even know how to drive a Prius at 60 and change lanes properly. Now let's give him a fucking Hellcat. And you wonder why we have more fucking crashes with the youth than we've ever had before. How many deathly accidents you're seeing on the freeway by these young fucking kids who know nothing. Know nothing. You haven't taught them shit. And you're expecting them to be grown men because they turned 18 years old? They're not 18 years old. 18 doesn't mean they're grown. Sorry. You don't know what the definition of a grown-up is if you think 18 years old is only is the pure definition of a grown-up. And I don't want to even hear the fact, well, he grew up faster than everyone else. He grew up faster than everybody else. No, he didn't. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as growing up faster, by the way. Well, he grew up in the hood, and he had 2 kids at 16, and his brother got smoked, and his mom was a crackhead. That's fucking what we all grew up in, by the way. I didn't grow up faster because of it. I grew up smarter, maybe, but I learned how dumb I was as a fucking idiot kid. It didn't help me grow up faster, by the way. I still did dumb shit. I still sped, I still drank, I still did dumbass shit, and it didn't make me grow up faster. Sorry. I had a daughter, by the way, who's now 26 years old, about to be 26 years old, and I had her when I was in JUCO. Mo had one. We all had a kid. So it didn't help us grow up faster, by the way. It helped us fucking realize that, oh, shit, I might have bit off more than I can chew. Don't pocket check. They're grown men. They're not kids. No, they're not grown men. They're not fucking grown men at 18 years old. I'd be damned you'd be damned if you think your daddy would have told you at 18 years old, oh yeah, go ahead, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Go buy the Hellcat. I haven't taught you how to drive yet, but go get the Hellcat that goes 180. Coach Minter's in the house. Hey, we got some Compton College in the house. Big Mo Martin in the house. Minter's in the house. Junior. Man, you motherfuckers is crazy. 18-year-olds are grown now. I wish, 18-year-old, how we think we're grown because we're from the hood. Get the fuck out of here. You have no clue until you get in the real world and get hit in the mouth. Blah, 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 blah. Now you're like, oh, shit. Don't pay these kids out of high school. Don't pay them. Make them earn it as freshmen in college. That will keep them there also if you haven't figured out what path I'm taking you on right now this morning. Go fucking figure out how to earn your money as a true freshman, because if you don't get paid as a true freshman, guess what? What are you going to do? Sit out? See, you motherfuckers are scared of these kids telling them no. That is the problem. I'm straight up coming in as the commissioner of NCAA and say, hey, all freshmen incoming will not be paid. What are you going to do? Sit out? What are you going to do? Go JUCO? No, you won't go JUCO. It's too beneath you. You have too many egos. So you're not going JUCO. So what are you going to do? Sit out a year? Well, guess what? You can't get paid until you enroll in college and play your first year, period. That's how you fix NIL and transfer portal issues. Pay them after they've proven their worth and their GPAs and that they can be adults, since they're adults, right? Y'all just said they're adults at 18 years old, homie. Oh, now they're not adults. They're kids now. Oh, they fucked up. So now they're 18-year-old grown men that you just called them. They fucked up. So now they're kids again. Isn't that funny how that shit works? Oh, well, they're just kids, Coach JB. They're just kids. We all fucked up. No shit, because we're not adults, you fucking idiots. Just because you're 18 doesn't mean you're an adult, homie. Go raise a kid, put him through college, pay a mortgage and a car and insurance and food every day, and make sure your girl's straight and your daughter and your son's straight. Put them through college. Understand the trials and tribulations that's, ready to go. And then tell me you're an adult. But it's impossible. It is fucking impossible. And don't tell me I grew up at 18. I grew up fast. Yeah. They go to war at 18 out of when? When did they go to war at 18? See, you geniuses always love to get in here and talk. Remember, my whole family is in the military. So why can they go to war at 18? They can go to war at 18 when we lack numbers and we need to draft people that are 18 years old. They call them able to vote, able to go to the draft. That doesn't mean we slapped 18-year-olds on the fucking front line, you fucking morons. Stop trying to equate 18 to everything that happens in the world. They're 18, you can vote too. Do you think the voters at 18 are getting it right? Oh, my bad. Let's check out who our president is right now. You guys are fucking clowns, man. Every single dumbass topic you want to bring up, I got to answer for it, just so we're clear. Oh, he's 18. He could go to war. No, he don't go to war. He is enlisted in the military. Stop saying he could go to war. When we needed to draft people, when our numbers, they were 18 years old, and that's what we did. You didn't put an 18-year-old Smitty right on the front line and say, hey, I know we ain't trained you on shit yet, but listen, the first motherfucker that comes across that water, just hit him.
Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why would you put somebody in a position when they don't have the experience? You can compare that to anything, the job on the football field. That's like taking me as a true freshman, not teaching me a damn thing, and just throwing me out there and telling me to figure out and make plays. It makes no sense.
So what's your definition of an adult?
An adult to me is someone who can fully take care of themselves without the need or support of others. That's my initial off the top of the head. Like you don't depend on another person to help you live life.
Okay, so good answer.
Okay.
So 18-year-olds, people are in the chat are saying, stop pocket checking. They're grown-ups. No, they're not grown-ups. They're 18. They're 18 years old. They're not grown-ups. So what I said, Smitty, is I had an epiphany, and overnight I thought about how to fix the NIL if I was the commissioner. What I said to do was don't pay any true freshmen out of high school. Don't pay them at all. Get them into the college that they choose to go to, because they can't sit out. What are they going to do? Say no? Well, you can't go nowhere, and you can't get an NIL deal until you start your clock and enroll at a college and prove that you can get paid. So basically what I'm saying is you can't pay them until they've earned the right and proven that not only A, academically they can do it, but B, on the field. That means they balled out as a freshman. That means they did everything right. And if they, let's say they don't have to even be a starter. Let's say they just balled out and they played 5 games and they balled out. They have a negotiating room at the table to talk about their NIL deal as they enter their sophomore season. But when we start paying true freshmen out of high school who yet to prove anything to us, I think that is creating this Pandora's box of shit that is starting not only the transfer portal issue we have, but also the player empowerment issue that we have. And these players that Coach Yo just said yesterday, like, they got us by the balls. Well, I think, and I know you are against this and I'm with it. Like, the old heads want the power back. The young ones you're talk shit about the old people missing the power because now the kids have some power. It's not about the power to me. It's about the hierarchy of discipline. Like, if you don't have any hierarchy, then there can be no discipline. You cannot discipline rules that don't exist.
Right.
So, like, there needs to be some rules in place and hold the coaches to the same standard. And if you want to equal this and change it up, then guess what? If you take a new job coach after 1 year, you can't get paid at the new university. You're getting they can make more than enough money. So
you saying even as a coach, you're saying if you leave a school.
I mean, if we want to equal the playing field, and everyone wants to bitch about coaches, the coaches could do it, but the players can't. Even though I don't agree, I think grown men should be able to do what the fuck they want, and kids shouldn't. That's me. But if we want to play the field, the coaches, let's be honest, do make a lot of money.
Money.
They've already made $3, $4, $5 million last year. They don't need fucking $3, $4, $5 million this year from a new school. Make their asses start to think about also sitting their ass down and committing to something, because they told the kids they committed to them when they recruited them. So why can you just up and leave? Okay, so I'm going to play the game with you. All right. I'm always the old man the grown man should do what they want. Well, let's play this game. Let's not pay the kids out of high school. Let's make them earn it. Let's go make them go through a semester of academics, go through the fucking football program. And they probably won't transfer because they won't get paid at the new school either. You have to play.
Right, before you can even.
So it's going to eliminate a lot of transferring. It's going to make you earn your shit. And now you're going to have to say, oh, fuck, man. Because what are they going to do? The kids ain't going to sit out. They got to play or they can't get paid. And they can't get looked at. They can't go to the NFL. So play as a true freshman like it used to be. So
question though. All true freshmen don't play though. So like, what if you get a red shirt?
Well, that's the thing. But that's why I said I started this thing off with two things. Academics is one.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is that means, listen, you may not have been good enough to start over Smitty at corner. He's an NFL senior. He's going to the NFL. But you balled at practice. You were at everything. You did everything right. You had a 3.0. You're a negotiating table to negotiate your NIL.
Got you. Okay.
And
I like that.
You might play 5 games. You might play 2 games. You might not play a game. But you went through the process, dog. You actually just didn't see some hiccups in the road and, I'm leaving. I ain't playing. Right. No, you're sitting there and working your ass off and figuring it out and okay, now I got to sit here a year to play, to get paid.
Right.
It keeps people intact, keeps them there, and then it keeps the coach there. And if the coach wants to leave, all right, the coach is risking a 1-year non-paid contract for a school that said, we'll give you $10 million. But you ain't getting $10 million until year 2.
Deferred compensation. I kind of like this though, JB, because
he has to make he has to make a grown man decision. That's what grown men do. He got to make a grown man decision, Smitty.
You're making both sides make a grown man decision. In essence, it's like even the kid, if they want to leave, they got to really consider if this makes sense. Number one. Number two, for the coach, same thing with them. It's like, if you want to leave, you really got to make sure that this is bigger than just money and you want to leave. So I like that because right now, like we talked about the other day, there's no punishment. There's no repercussions to leaving. I don't know if you got to this already, so I don't want to bring it up too much, but I saw a player the other day that left one school and now he's going back to the same school he left. It's like, damn, like how the hell you just moving around as you please. This
is how I started. Like,
it makes no sense.
And this is the idiocracy and the ignorance of the internet. That is why I can't stand it. This kid left Alabama. He's an Iowa kid. He committed to Iowa out of high school. 2 days before signing day, he decommits and goes to Alabama, which I've always broke down a selector school. Alabama is a selector school. That means they don't have to talk to you for 4 years, and then Akron's been recruiting their balls off for you. You're committed to Akron, but on the hour 23, Alabama calls because they lost a player, and Nick Saban calls you and says, Smitty, I need you at Alabama. Oh, yes, sir. 4 years, just shitted on Akron for 4 years and left and went to Alabama. Well, that's what happened. That's what Alabama is. They're a selector school. Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, Florida State, Georgia. Those are selector schools, meaning they don't have to recruit you all 4 years, and then at the end, they'll take your ass from going to a smaller mid-major. So Iowa's, even though they're a Power 5, they're not in Alabama. So that's what happened there. Now the kid goes to Bama, and this is the argument I get into. Motherfucker was like, well, coach, he only left because Saban retired. Really? So has Saban unretired? See, that's these idiots don't have an understanding of the process. And my rule would eliminate this. So my rule would say, he played as a true freshman, by the way, at Alabama. He was an All-American.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't have got paid. He didn't get paid last year.
Right.
He would get paid coming up this year, and he would have to stay at Alabama to get that paid.
Right.
So he would have stayed. He wouldn't have done this twice.
Yeah. So with your rule, freshmen don't get paid, and then also if you transfer, you don't get paid that first year either when you transfer.
No, you can't. You got to start your clock and play.
Got you. Either way, no matter. Yep. I
or
got you.
participate in the team, on the team,
Yep.
the practice. You know,
Yep. I like that. It's a good
I'd be
idea.
paying a lot of kids that don't play.
Yep.
Probably be paying more of those guys than you think, and that's what people don't understand. Just because you didn't play year one doesn't mean I won't pay you year two. I want to see you do a lot of shit that is grunt work. It's almost like creating a JUCO within your 4-year institution.
Right. Like earn your keep.
A JUCO environment. Tough skin. I'm developing you. You're learning how to get motherfucked without quitting. You're learning how to fucking face some adversity without quitting, because you can't quit or you won't get paid. And then now you're going to be down 2 years if you do transfer, and you ain't getting paid there either. Now we got rules. We got rules that we can now enforce, and we can make sure we legitimatize this whole rule. All right, now we got rules to fucking follow. Okay, well, I can't play as a freshman and make money. I can't make money as a freshman, but I'm going to go in and ball out. Think about it. Now you're creating some kids that are like, fuck, I'm going to go ball out and take this motherfucker spot. Or I'm just balling out in practice. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to do good in the classroom. I'm going to get paid that second semester anyway. It's only a semester.
Yeah, that ain't nothing, right.
Get paid your spring semester, or what? If let's say you make it 2 semesters, say you make it the fall, and then you got to go through spring ball.
So maybe you get paid in the summer. Maybe that
you
next
get
summer.
paid your second summer.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, dog,
that's not bad. I actually like that idea. I'm not even about to argue with you on that. That's a good idea, because like whatever the system is created, it needs to be something created to where the players got to think. That's why I originally said just go back to the old way, to where you if you do transfer, you got to sit out. Like whatever it is, it has to be some sort of I don't want to use the word punishment, but for lack of better terms, punishment that will make these players and coaches think. Right now, there's nothing that's stopping them. It's like, why not go in the transfer portal? It's like, you might as well just go in the portal, just see what's up. There's nothing hurting you. I guess the only thing that players getting hurt right now is the middle tier guys who are like a 2-star, 3-star who are entering the portal and they're not getting picked up. Now they're just stuck in the portal. But like, you know, other than that, like these guys they have no risk. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good idea. It would definitely make guys think about it. And we'll see, man. I mean, they need to do something. Hopefully they were watching this show and they'll be able to jump in, but we'll see.
Yeah, they won't say it just because I said it.
Yeah. Or they'll take it and they'll like tweak one thing just to make something like they created it. So, you know, you didn't say it. So
it's funny you said that, because I don't know if you know who Bucky Brooks is.
Yeah, that's the OG.
So Bucky Brooks has come out and said the NFL has a quarterback evaluation and development problem. There's no other way to spin it. The league doesn't know what leads to success at the position, and coaches do not know how to play around a quarterback's flaws. Until those issues are fixed, we will continue to see a revolving door at the quarterback position. At some point, we can't keep blaming the players. This is what high school and colleges are producing. It's time for the league to adapt and adjust.
Shout out to Bucky Brooks. That's my OG. He's to come on Speak for Yourself with me and Marcel's, and we're like all the time. He came on Speak a couple times. I could get him on this show. Bucky Brooks, the OG. He the first person who's ever said this, actually, too. I haven't heard this yet. What's up, y'all? Big Smitty is here. I know I came a little late. I have to drop the wife off to the airport. I don't make my wife Uber. If I'm off and I'm available, I'm going to do my thing as a husband. You know I can't come on this show without pissing off JB, so I had to do that, man. Shout out to Bucky Brooks, but shout out to Coach JB. We know he's been saying this all for years about quarterback development, blaming the college coaches, the high school coaches. So there's just another example proving that Coach JB was right. What's going on in the chat right now? I mean, we got Coach McFadden, we got Bradley, Coach Cisco. Did y'all miss me? I don't think y'all missed me today. I feel like y'all ain't showing your boy Smitty. Y'all ain't showing me love. Happy days, talking about ain't no waves in my hair. JB, what's going on, man?
Get Bucky Brooks on, whatever the fuck his name is. Put him on the show.
I get him on tomorrow.
Got a lot going on, Smitty. We got Keenan Middleton right out the gate in about 10 minutes, right after our first commercial.
Yeah.
We'll bring him in, and we'll talk to Key. Key has some news for us, unfortunate news as well. Yeah, it actually fucks my shit up, but
don't say that's a hell of a cliffhanger. I feel like it's T's and P's right now. I feel kind of bad. So real quick, catch me up. Tell me in 30 seconds.
Dodgers played at 3 this morning in Seoul, Korea. So hopefully you got up at 3 in the morning to watch it. That's the poll question. Do you get up to watch your favorite sports team if they're somewhere else? No, I don't. I'm not getting up at 3 in the morning to watch the fucking Dodgers play in Seoul, Korea. The Dodgers money took over. It seemed like they were down 2-1 in the 7th, and then they ended up winning 5-2. So money talks, bullshit walks. Their money took over. Ohtani and everybody just wore them out. I asked D Jones. I haven't seen D Jones. If the Jags were to play in London, are you waking up at 6 or whatever? I just ain't doing it. Like, it's dumb to me. Like, it's the dumbest shit. I'll see the score or whatever. I'm not getting up to watch the Dodgers. I'm not a baseball guy like that anyway, but I'm not getting up at 3 in the morning, and I don't get why we do that shit.
I mean, because the sport is international now. I definitely woke up when the Colts play. Who the Colts play? They play somebody like in London, and I woke up at 6 in the morning and watched my Colts play. Ain't that big of a deal. I mean, you're laying on the couch. It's Sunday. You wake up, keep the blanket on, get you something to drink, some coffee, watch the damn game. Like, you don't go to sleep anyway. You're up all throughout the night anyway, so it shouldn't even matter. So, it is what it is. I'm not getting up at 3 in the morning though. I can't do 3 in the morning, but if it's 5 or 6, I can make that happen. That's a normal day for me.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything important? The first 30 minutes of the show, like anything that comes to mind? Anybody talking shit? Anything? Any AEs?
Nah, I didn't make it make sense. A lady in New York, California, got arrested for changing the locks on their own house because their squatter, illegal Hamas, took over your house and squatted in it. And then the owner got home and was like, "Why are you in my house?" Called the cops, and they arrested her.
That's wild. That makes zero sense.
That's happening though, by the way, bro.
It makes no sense though what you said though. It's crazy what you just said.
It's happening all over California, New York specifically. There's illegals in Mexico right here. This is in Bellevue, Washington, one of the richer parts of Washington. Like cream of the crop in Seattle area. Bellevue's big time money. It's like the Beverly Hills of California. And same thing there.
So you just for clarity, so I understand, a squatter. So if a immigrant came to my crib right now and just decided to move in, you're saying technically speaking, I'm not allowed to beat the fuck out of them and kick them out. I gotta let them just live with me.
Not only that, no. Here's the thing. So let's what they do is they plan on your leaving the house.
Right.
Once they get in the house, you can't get them out.
So if I call the cops, like there's nothing, nobody can do nothing about it.
They can't come in right now. It's breaking and entering, and it's robbery. So they can't come in right now. But you leave, they get in the house.
Yeah.
Here's
stop.
Here's the cold part about it. You can't shut off the water, can't shut off the heat. If you do so, you're violating their rights, and you go to jail. No shit, homie. I'm not lying to you, dog. Look it up. It's no bullshit. I'm not lying to you. New York and California has some of the biggest issues. This is why there's 900 break-ins in LA County since January. They're illegals. There's Hamases and all these guys breaking in your shit. Listen to this.
This is insane.
Baby, play it.
Guy just forced himself into my house. No, he did not. Yes, he did. No, he did. And so did you. You broke through the front door.
Officer.
The man called the police on her.
So why is it that I have to leave and he doesn't have to leave?
Because technically he can't be kicked out. We need to go to court.
They consider this a landlord-tenant issue, and by law, it has to be handled through.
Really, imagine that's your shit in your house, right? That's your house, homie. This is your house. Like, so listen,
bro,
he started the show off basically saying, listen, like, we're gonna have a problem. Either I earned that house and bought it, or my father gave it to me, or my grandmother, or my aunt. So it's going to be a problem, dog. And I'm just telling you right now,
it might be the murder rate about to go up. JB, I'm not trying to. Hopefully, we don't mess the YouTube channel up. But just being real, like, there's no way you about to be. If you go in the wrong motherfucker's house, it's over. It's a wrap.
Who would allow that? And here's the cold part, though. Listen to this: that judge Sharon Johnson or whatever 2 days ago allowed illegals to bear arms in our country.
I saw that too.
So there's gonna be a problem, dog. I'm just
is that so? Was that law like a federal law? Is that's the entire country, or is it like wow? Yeah, JB, we gotta talk. I need to get prepared because I'm not prepared right now. I need to get prepared.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess it's gonna be crazy.
No, for real though.
I understand though, like, so there's some Mexicans. Shout out to all the homies that are Mexicans. Cisco's in the chat. Ruben.
I got hella. I love the Mexicans.
There's some Mexican cats on TikTok, but I don't know if they're real Mexicans. I think they're some Hamases and some other cats coming over through Mexico. But they got a TikTok and they say they know the California squatting rules. And they're coming to break in and take over people's houses so they can live in for free because they know they can't be kicked out. Dog, there's a video on TikTok. This dumb motherfucker. This guy has like 300,000 followers too.
JB, listen. I pray I'm not in that position, but I swear to God,
we're gonna have people in this.
If I come home from work today from Fox and there's the motherfucker in my house, you will not see me on the show for a long time. I'm just telling you that right now. All that little smile, Big Smitty. Trust me. If I come to my home where I pay extremely high rent and I fucking grind every day to take care of this fucking new big ass spot, and I'm a married man, so my job as a husband is to protect my wife. I went to her father and her mother and told them, I got your daughter. That's what I said. So you mean something? If I come home, it's gonna be a random motherfucker in my home that I pay for, and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, listen, that might be y'all law. There's something that I can do about it, and it will be done. Just know that.
Well, it's the law. Like the squatting rules are fucking wild. Like, dog, listen, Bailey, show this one real quick. Rewind it. Listen to this, Smitty. That's this guy's house outside.
I mean, you've got angry neighbors here.
If you do not leave, I will call the police for the trespassing.
There's a dude
Mr.
in
King,
my
just
house
want your side of the
telling me
story.
if you don't leave, I'm calling the police.
Your thoughts on the protesters?
What the fuck is in my house?
You motherfucker.
Stop knocking on the door.
The police are here.
It's not your house. Stop knocking on the door.
It's not your house either. Do you want to comment on the protest?
Get out, you motherfucker. I already visited him from the backyard.
Back up. Off the property, man. No, we're not doing that.
Well, it's our property. Off the property, man.
It's like the officer.
Sir, I'm asking you a question.
Fair enough.
To get
We're going to have major problems. I'm just telling you.
JB, hold on real quick. I know we got to go to commercial break, but like, this is insane. Like, from the people who passed this law, what is their mind? Like, have you seen the reasoning why they passed it? Like,
first of all, just so we're clear, this is not a brand new thing. Squatters have had rights since the 1800s. So in order to, before all the idiots get in here and start saying it's California is a shithole, it's been a right in the country for most states since the 1800s when immigrants used to come over on ships. There's been squatting rights, just so we're clear, just so you're not ignorant to the situation, right. Just so you're not fucking blinded. There's squatting rights in this country since the beginning of time.
I saw someone with Airbnb last year where like an Airbnb host, they couldn't kick the person out their house because of squatting rights.
That's the same thing. Airbnb, same shit as squatter. So, dog, it has me. The bottom line is squatting rights have been around. Now, though, the rule is if you don't engage and get court going and get a law or file a suit to get the guy removed from your house, you now lose the house to the squatter. He owns the house outright. This guy will own your house. If you are ignorant and don't understand, I have to file a suit in 30 to 45 days. I got to get into an eviction process. You lose the house to this dude. Your hard-earned house, your house is his house. But see, we got a lot of ignorant cats walking around that just refuse to believe it's really happening because it hasn't happened to them. And it's always that way, Smitty, until like you get kicked out.
Right. Until it affects
like
you.
my kid, my player, it goes back to full circle. Like my players, I ain't gonna get caught stealing in the dorm. I'm not gonna get caught. And then that cat gets caught, and then he's crying to me, and oh my God, I have no. Shut up. I'm tired. I don't want to hear your fucking your excuse, you shitbird. You did it and toted the line as long as you could, and now it hit you in the mouth. And now you're fucking crying over spilled milk. Now you got seller's remorse. See, like, motherfucker gotta wake up, dog. I'm telling you. I don't know if you saw the video I posted. There's a fucking compound of grown men, no women, no children, being housed who can all carry weapons now in this country and vote.
Yeah.
And guess what? Oh, by the way, my accountant just walked in. He's doing my taxes, dog, because I got some taxes issues. Yeah, I mean, let's get into that. So I got a tax issue. Guess what he told me just now? What I owe? I owe $18,572.
Whew.
To Ukraine.
No, he did not say that.
But that's
he did not say that.
But that's who we're paying. It's a joke. But, he's like, hey, you owe Ukraine $18,000. Think about it, though.
I know what you mean. Like, all your money is going to fund that. Yeah.
$18,000, homie. Like, what? So that's what I'm saying. Fuck you. I'm not paying shit. I ain't paying no taxes. Fuck them.
And they wonder why motherfuckers be out here selling loud and selling, keeping the money under the mattress. This is why. Motherfuckers ain't trying to pay them taxes. But, JB, we got a special guest here. We got to delay the commercial break because we can't keep this person waiting. You want to intro him or you want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it. BPS. Let's do some black people shit. Black people shit.
Bring on another brother onto the show. One of my favorite guests week in and week out. One of the freshest brothers on the show. He can swing a baseball bat. He can throw a baseball. He can hoop. He can coach. What can't this man do? The one and only Keenan Middleton. Bring him onto the show. Clap it up, JB.
What's up, yo? How you doing?
Look at the glasses, JB. He's not playing around right now.
I got a little bit of free time this morning to do some stuff. I put an outfit on.
That boy clean. Okay.
Hey, Key. I just paid Ukraine $18,000 taxes. I gotta ask you. Hey, so you got breaking news, man. Unfortunate news, but at the end of the day, it's okay. But really, it's pissing me off because I won't be able to go to the Dodger game. So tell everybody what's up.
Yeah. I got put on the IL earlier this week, so I'll start the year on the injured list. Not how we wanted it to be, but we got an MRI, came back clean for the most part. So just be a couple of weeks non-throwing, and then I'll be back to it. But yeah, I will miss that Dodger series. So I had to text JB as soon as I found out. I had to text him. He was one of the first people I told. But we'll make it happen eventually. We even if we had to get him out here.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're doing something. We're doing something. I got no doubt. You'll be out here again too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. We at least go to Oakland. I know that we go to Oakland soon. Arizona too.
San Diego too, no?
San Diego is right after LA to start the year. Yeah.
So you'll miss that first West Coast deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, Key. So let me ask you: the Dodgers are playing. They just won.
Yeah, I was watching this morning.
The poll question was: do you get up to watch your favorite sports team? I asked all these different people in the chat. I'd be fucking damn. I'm getting up at 3 a.m. I don't give a fuck if it was football, baseball, basketball. I'm not waking up at 3 a.m. to watch any of them motherfuckers. I don't care if it's Ohtani. I don't give a fuck. I'm not waking up at 3 a.m. That sounds like a you problem to me. Like The Dodgers fucked us by going over there. That's how I look at it.
I don't care if it's Michael Jordan. I don't care if it's...
I'm on the East Coast, so it wasn't that bad for me.
Yeah,
it wasn't
that
bad for
what,
me.
6 a.m.?
It was cool. If I was on the West Coast, I bet you I wouldn't have been watching that for sure. At 3 a.m, that's crazy. No, absolutely not.
3 a.m, shit. But are you one of those guys that wake up like, let's say you're a Cowboy fan, they play in London, it's fucking 3 a.m. Are you waking up for that, or you're like, hell no?
I guess the only time I've really done that was last year when they had the World Baseball Classic, when they had like Team Japan playing against USA, against all these other teams. I was waking up early in the morning just because I had homies playing on those teams. So I guess that was really the only time I had done that. But I know people that get up to watch soccer games all the time. I'm like, ain't no way. Staying up to watch stuff, I'm like, that's crazy.
Hey, so this game today, the Seoul Korea game, is this the official kickoff? Is like this a real game?
I believe it is. I was talking about that with my wife this morning. I believe that it is. They've been over there playing some I guess exhibition games against some other teams. But I think these games that they play against the Dodgers and the Padres, that they play against each other, I believe they count.
It's just 2 games. I think 2 games.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it definitely counts. Yeah, it counts.
Yeah. And Yamamoto, I think Yamamoto's going tomorrow. I'm excited to watch that.
Damn. So I was listening to it because it was up on ESPN while I'm getting up at like 4 a.m. The game's on already, 3rd inning, and I'm like, God damn, when did this game come on? It just happened to be on, and I'm looking at it, and I had some content for you because they were breaking down the Padres, and it was 2-1 Padres early in the game, like all the way to the 7th, 8th inning. Yeah. And I'm watching it, and they're like, hey man, the Padres have a really good staff. They're really good in the bullpen. They're really good. So it's not going to just be some cakewalk because you got, a $700-800 million dude and you got this huge roster. You still got to play and pitch in between the lines every game. Like you said, you're happy as hell with the Cardinal roster, how good you guys are. You think you compete with anybody. It's so competitive. It's not just a landslide walk in the park for the Dodgers because they have a big payroll, right?
No, absolutely not. I mean, everybody out here is professionals. They just happen to have a bunch of really good ones. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is the game's gonna be competitive almost every single night that you come out here. But when you look at it, when it comes to the Dodgers, they got so many monsters on their team that when they apply pressure, that pressure is just a little bit more than when anybody else would do it. When the Oakland A's do it, or when somebody, yeah, exactly, right. So like you go from having all these big options to throw people to just having to nitpick because they will beat you in certain spots. So to watch that game, how they fought and clawed back into that was crazy. I mean, you had a ball go right through Cronenworth's glove because it broke his glove, like a routine ground ball. It was crazy.
Hey, I got this take. I know Smitty. I got this take years ago. I used to be like, man, baseball is one of them sports that if you let every team in the playoffs, you'd probably be shocked at who actually wins it. It probably won't be the best team, the 1 seed, the Yankees who won 110 games, the Dodgers who win 100 every year and no win shit. They got one COVID championship out of all these. I think they've won 10 out of 11 NL West championships or league pennants, and they have 1 World Series to show for it since '88. And I'm like, damn, they got the best roster. They got the most money. The Yankees too over the last few years. Like, do you agree? Like, if somebody gets hot and Florida Marlins get in and they can win it, or no? Am I tripping?
Absolutely. I mean, because just how our season is, it's 162 games. The Dodgers could come out and be the best team through the All-Star break and then fall off in the second half. And usually something like that happens with a couple of teams. Like last year, the Texas Rangers were good out the gate. They were really good. They started to taper off towards the end of regular season. Even somebody like me who thought that they were going to win it all along, I was like, man, I'm kind of scared for them now. And then they go and they win the whole thing because they got hot at the end. You know, it's just this thing goes in waves. And I think that another team like that was the Diamondbacks. They went in waves last year as the Dodgers were just kind of, coasting along. They were in waves where they were really good or they were like, mediocre. And then they ended up coming out on top.
Now, when you say they go in waves, it's like, from your experience, is it because the season is so damn long and like, is it hard to kind of stay, I guess, maybe fully locked in mentally throughout the whole thing? Is it more of is it the physical grind of so many games, or is it like a combination of both?
You got that, then you got injuries, then you got like teams retool at the All-Star break. The trade deadline and the All-Star break. So they really start to figure out their roster going forward towards the playoffs, and then that's when a lot of teams, like you're saying, make that run where they get hot and they go into the playoffs and they surprise a lot of people.
Hey, let me ask you this, Key. Like, I saw your name on a few vlogs or blogs or whatever the hell they call them. What's his name? Cole for the Yankees?
Yeah.
Garrett Cole?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't know. They sent him to LA, get evaluated, his arm or whatever. They don't know what's up with him. He's hurt or whatever. And I know he's a big money guy, had a long, I think a 9-year deal or whatever. He's still got many years left. And they were saying, hey, we wish we had Keenan Middleton now and all these different things. Is that a real thing? Do you ever look back at shit like that? Or do other players hit you up like, hey, fucking, you should have stayed, homie? Like, just fucking with you like we used to do in the locker room?
No, I mean, like I've talked to a couple of guys from the Yankees since I've left, and it's been nothing but love. They wish me nothing but success. A couple of them have told me they've reached out to a couple of my new teammates and told them about me a little bit and who I am. So I mean, it's never anything that I've regretted at all, making this step to come over with the Cardinals, because I had so much fun and I experienced a lot while I was there, and I took everything from it that I could. And so I don't regret anything. If I had the opportunity to ever go back there again, I would. And I think most of those people know that. But I'm here for now, and we'll see what happens in the future.
No doubt. Nah, yeah, it was just, I think it was all joking and love, but they're like, oh, we wish he didn't leave now. You know,
I don't read all that stuff. I let all the fans do all that talking and stuff. I just let my talking be on the field.
No doubt. So how long are you down, do you think?
Shoot, 10 to 12. I think it's 10 to 14 days, no throw. And then I'll
throw.
Right after. Yeah.
But it's already started. You've already started though.
Yeah, I'm about a week into it. I think today's a week of no throw, so I have another week no throw, and then ran right back up.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, you don't have like no real pain or nothing.
No. It was only really when I was throwing at max effort. So I had thrown in 2 sim games out here, threw some bullpens out here, pitched in 3 actual games, a couple of games versus the Astros, once against the Red Sox out here, and I felt good enough to pitch, but I wasn't bouncing back right. And to go pitch a 162 game season where you have to be available every day, I was just kind of something I was just like, hey, we should get this looked at. We went and got it looked at, went and got an MRI, and found out it was just a grade 1 strain, something that we're kind of glad we caught it early, so now that we can just get this out of the way and then be healthy the rest of the season.
I love it, man. Definitely want you to heal up, man. Take your time, be smart with it. And, you know, it's a long season. Ain't really no rush, honestly. Switching gears a little bit. Obviously, I know you're a basketball fan as well, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've had a chance to kind of keep up with NBA, you know, a little bit or not, but, you know, a lot of these young cats, these young teams like the Thunder, the Timberwolves, you know, are balling out. I know you saw the Anthony Edwards dunk, right? I know you got to see that.
Goodness. That picture of John Collins on the ground holding his head and Kyle Anderson like this in the background, that was going through my group chat all day yesterday.
It's got to be that's an actual poster right there. That exact picture has to be on the wall.
He hurt his feelings.
He did, man. Look, here's the video right here. I want to ask you though, man, just from your, you know, it's about 14 games left, give or take, for the NBA. Yeah. Who's your favorite right now you see coming out the West and coming out the East and kind of meeting in the NBA Finals?
I can never count out the Nuggets. I really like the Nuggets in the West. In the East, I really want to see the Celtics do it. I want to see them finally get over the top and make that run. But the Bucks too, you know, Dollar's over there. Dame Dollar's my guy, so I'm gonna cheer for him always. I would say Bucks, Celtics in the East, and in the West, probably the Nuggets.
Just the Nuggets.
All right, now, Key, I gotta ask you. First of all, the Lakers might not even make the playoff.
That's insane, bro. That's insane.
I'm telling you, dog. They fucked up. Now we gotta get LeBron. Now we gotta get his kid too. His sorry ass son. We gotta get too. Hey, Key, let me ask you. NCAA March Madness bracket. All right. Let me go through a few games. I gotta get your picks because Smitty and I are gonna make some picks here later.
Yeah, we do.
Have you done a bracket?
No, not yet. Me and my wife always do them together, so we're gonna sit down eventually and do one.
All right, so don't give away too much, but up in your area, neck of the woods, Wazoo, Washington State, Pac-12 team used to be, is a sleeper in my opinion. They beat Arizona twice. I think they're actually really good. They play a good Drake team. Who you like?
Shoot, I don't know too much about Drake, but I do know Washington State's been a problem. They've been in the Pac-12. I feel like everybody's been upset, and everybody, like Oregon, they ended up winning the Pac-12 championship. They lost to a couple bad teams in my opinion, but the bad teams were beating some of the good ones. And I think Washington State was one of those teams that wasn't a fluke. So I think I would take Washington State in that one.
Me too. I'm gonna have to roll with the West Coast. Now there's another game: St. Mary's West Coast, Grand Canyon West Coast. Grand Canyon at 12, St. Mary's a 5. St. Mary's, I think, battles Gonzaga every year up there in your neck of the woods. They're pretty good this year.
Upset alert.
I'm going St. Mary's.
Grand Canyon in the 12-5s. Key. Say that 12-5 is always an upset.
Yeah, there is. That's a big gap. I like that one though. I like that one. I think that's a lot.
You like St. Mary's?
Yeah, I like St. Mary's.
You rolling with the West Coast. You rolling with
yes, you know it.
That conference right there.
I might go Grand Canyon. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know.
Really? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey,
good.
I don't know if you heard about this. Long Beach State used to be good way back. They used to be really good. They basically fired the coach. They got a mutual agreement. They go on with a fired lame duck coach. They go on and win the Big West tournament. This motherfucker gets in the tournament as a fired coach. So now I think the players are all hyped up because they like the guy. They were at his house. They play Arizona. Arizona's been streaky all year. They're a 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a Cinderella, Long Beach State being like the Loyola with the nun and all that shit a couple years ago?
I don't think so because I watched Arizona play. I drove all the way down to Eugene to watch Oregon play against them this year, and they whooped that ass. They whooped Oregon's ass. So I gotta go with Arizona in this one. They're legit. That kid that came from North Carolina, he's legit.
Hey, when they play well, they're legit, but then they're streaky as shit. So
they are.
Like some people are picking them to win. KU, one of their best players, one of the best players for KU's out for the whole tournament.
Yeah, their biggest score.
McCarthy.
I
Right?
think so.
Yeah. A lot of people are picking them to lose to Samford.
Really?
Yeah. You like KU just traditionally, or you think they're gonna be upset first round?
That was another team I saw play this year, and they're pretty good all around. They got a good big. I'm sure they have another guard that can step up and get. It's just a guard getting shots up. Plugging another guard into the equation, and maybe some of those bigs or those other guards get more shots. But I still like Kansas. I watched them play out in Hawaii. Me and my wife went to the Maui Invitational, and they're tough.
I think the problem is if either they beat Samford, I'm pretty sure they play Gonzaga next, assuming Gonzaga wins. And without their highest score,
I love Gonzaga. I love Gonzaga. My boy Ben Gregg played for them, but I feel like I want them to win every year because they are a West Coast team. But they do me dirty every single year. Like you expect them to win, but then they eventually don't. Like they get it to the Elite 8 or the Final 4, and then they don't. I hope they get over to the hump one of these days because my boy Ben Gregg plays for them. But
if you could choose St. Mary's or Gonzaga to go all the way, who you taking?
Gonzaga for sure.
Okay. I'm checking loyalty and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Checking loyalty.
No, Ben
you guys on the West Coast swing. The Chargers. You got the Padres, Dodgers, and then you're back home.
Yeah, we go back home,
and that's when you'll make your debut.
Hopefully, or I'll be off the mound at least by that time, and then it's a game time decision if I have to go pitching games and probably go pitch a game or two in AAA or just roll that out and see how I'm feeling from there.
Hey, before you go, I got 2 things for you. Number one, how does the injury deal work in Major League Baseball? Like, do they have contingency plans? So that's why your roster has so many guys. Like, how's that work? Like, let's say 3 of you went down right now. Do they pull a guy up, or do they another guy out of position?
We're at the point where I don't believe that they've made all the cuts yet in spring training. So I believe there's been like 3-4 waves of cuts that they do during spring training. And I think there's still one more wave of cuts that still have to be made. And so and on top of that, right now minor league spring training is full swing too. So all those guys that have got option to minor league camp, they're right across the street. They're right here. So everybody that's in house is right here, and it'd just be next guy up, honestly.
So it's next guy up, but for a manager, I'm trying to as a coach. So as a manager, Is he now like, all right, Key's down. I gotta. Is this guy out of rotation? Is this a manager mathematical night? Does he have to deal with this nightmare? Like as far as this guy pitched yesterday because Key was down. I gotta fucking. He can't pitch tomorrow. Like is that a thing or no?
Yeah, and it depends how they do it. I don't know. I've been on different teams where if a reliever goes down, that club will go get a starter from AAA. So they have a guy that, say, the starter gets bumped, and instead of having to use 2 or 3 different relievers in the game that you're down by 4 runs, they just throw a minor league starter out there, and he can go eat up 3-4 innings. And then, the unfortunate part about that is, if he does that, he knows that probably after the game they're going to say, "Hey, fella, thank you, but you're going back to AAA, and we're going to call somebody else up." And so that's the unfortunate part about it. You get that opportunity, but if you pitch good, it helps your chances of staying up here as long as possible.
Damn. All right, I got to ask you, Justin Fields gets traded to Pittsburgh. What's your take on that whole thing?
Man, me and you talked about it. I hope Russell's soft ass don't rub off on him. That's all I hope. What did you say? What did you say he was going to do? What? To Sierra? You are stupid. I sent him a DM the second I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, I know you're gonna eat this shit up. I know he's gonna love it."
Hey, motherfucker, ain't no future.
Oh my God, Key, do you see Russ starting the entire season? Do you think at some point he'll shit the bed and Justin will take over?
Yeah, I would like to see that. I'm not a big Russell Wilson fan, so I mean, I would rather see Justin, honestly. I'd rather see it from the gate. I know that's not what's going to happen.
Hey, dog.
Oh, is it because Russ left Seattle or what?
No, I'm not a Seattle fan either. I just think he's corny. I think he's super corny, bro. I think he's about as corny as they come. Broncos Nation. I think he's so corny.
Corniest.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to figure out, like, did the Illuminati, did Puffy get a hold of this motherfucker? Like, who got a hold of this motherfucker? Like, he wasn't that way in Seattle, Key.
Why you saying Puffy though?
Key, he wasn't that way in Seattle.
Hey, Key, he said like Puffy is like at the top of the loop, like he running shit, like.
No,
my homie comes over all the time, fucks with me. He's like, "Man, what happened to that motherfucker?" I just be like, "Puffy."
No, he was like that in Seattle. It just got covered up.
Anyone that's got
Puffy got Dwight. Puffy got Dwight.
Puffy, right? Puffy didn't mess with everybody, boy. Golly.
Hey, trying to tell you, dog. Motherfucker got fired last night. Yeah, Puffy got that motherfucker. And coaches, players, the singers. Hey, Ariana Grande, I gotta ask you a married question. Ariana Grande, I hear she worth $500-600 million. Has to pay her husband, who's they divorced, $1.5 million. That's it.
One-time payment.
They settled in court. She has to pay $1.5 million. Even when the woman's the breadwinner, she wins.
Right.
Let
me ask y'all this though, as men.
Start thinking about it.
Real quick, as men, let me ask y'all this. Like, let's flip the script. Let's say me and Key were both married. Let's say hypothetically, our women were like by far the breadwinners, and knock on wood, we got divorced for whatever reason. As a man, would you feel comfortable taking half of the woman's payment? I'm just curious to know, y'all.
Man.
You muted, Smitty. Hey, Key, you don't even got to answer, dog. Hell yeah. I'm telling them for you.
Right. If I got to give half of mine, you're giving half of yours. I don't care. Y'all want to be treated equal? That's equal. Run me my money.
Hey, Key, I look at it like this. I'm dealing with one of my partners going through it right now. I look at it like this. If she married into it, and they're not like Smitty and his wife, they've been together since fucking junior high school.
Right.
I would help. We had to break. We didn't. It wore out. We didn't. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened, right. I'm taking care of you, baby. You've been with me my whole life. You earned this. Damn. You marry into it. I meet you, Vegas. We fuck around, have a little lustful weekend. We fuck around, dumbass, get married. Nah, I ain't paying you shit. Like, that's how I look at it. But that ain't going to happen. She going to get something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She would, for sure. So why is it different when it's her and me?
That's what I'm saying. Why is it different?
Yeah.
Because you know what? Women want equality. They want equality when it benefits them.
Yeah,
they don't want equality when the tables is turned. If it's equal, they make it equal all the way.
Yeah, all the way around, everything.
Hey, so you know who posted it, Key? Our man Huff Aubrey.
Oh, really?
Oh, that motherfucker wild. He's gonna come on the show, though. He wild as shit. I don't know if Smitty can handle Aubrey. Aubrey wild as hell. That motherfucker said, "Oh, so she only got to pay 1.5. Even when the men lose, even when the men win, they get fucked."
That's crazy.
1.5 mil is nothing to her. She laughing.
Right, for real.
That's still a cool come up though for Buddy though, because I don't know Buddy. I don't think he really does anything. So like 1.5 is still a cool come up though. Like
right.
You muted again, dog. Smitty over there on some Kyler Murray shit.
Can you hear me? The mic keep connected to my phone or some weird shit. I'm gonna throw my phone out the fucking room. I'm saying they're also splitting the cost of the home that they sell too, though. So he'll get a little bit of money in that too.
That's nothing. Nothing. Wait, she's worth $600 million, Smitty. Go ahead and give me. Oh, what does he get? What is he gonna get? $4 million. Hey, they probably got an $8 million house. Okay, so he's gonna get $5 million.
Yeah, right. So he ends up with $5 million. I mean, shit is better than nothing.
Right, hold on, JB.
And he's just an average Joe.
Right, bro, JB. If you give me $5 million right now, shit.
Yeah.
I'm from the hood.
I'm talking to all my boys after this, and I'm like, "You guys taking the 5?" And they all take the 5 for sure.
Hey, see,
take the 5.
I'm trying to teach Smitty, man. A BPS right there. No, long game this shit. She worth $600 million, homie. Hell no. Hey, Ariana Grande is gonna be like this, Key. You owe $5 million. Fuck.
Right.
Here.
Right. We got that in the duffel in the back.
She didn't even bat an eye. She made that up today on fucking Cameo.
Right.
She did 10 Cameo videos and made $5 million.
Oh man.
Hey Key, what you in, like Bugatti or something?
No, I'm in my Tesla.
I just fuck with that. Don't you see what motherfuckers
You ain't got the stars at the top. You ain't see the stars at the top.
No stars.
Hey,
no stars.
Don't you hate these in the Bugatti? His address is 48789. Motherfuckers be putting people business out there like crazy.
Yeah. Straight up.
That shit is wild as hell. Darlene, shout out. Yeah, that's not even 1%, by the way, Smitty, of the money.
I hear you. As a man, no, I ain't gonna lie. Like, as a man, I just my mindset, I grew up as just like, we got to be go-getters. We got to go. Like, so my thing, if I get a meal from Shorty, cool. Like, you should be able to take that as a man and make that something. I don't need to get half her shit. I don't know. It feel weird, though. I don't know. Like,
yeah. I got to teach this youngster,
I'm talking to the homies. Bro, I got 200 mil from Shorty. Like,
there's going to be 2 different conversations. The conversation he has with his wife tonight after she hears this, and then the conversation my wife and me have after.
See, look. It's deeper than this shit right now. I'm really playing a long game. Y'all playing a short game.
Yeah, for real. I just got myself in trouble with the hypothetical, bro.
Right, Key gonna go home. So you're saying if we split, you're gonna take all of my shit?
I'm in trouble now.
Hey,
I'm making love tonight.
Everybody, tag everybody in Keenan's family. Tag them all. Make sure we clip this. Hey, Keenan, enjoy the day, man. It looks like it's sunny out there. It's finally sunny here yesterday. It's been raining like crazy, man. I hate the rain, by the way. But it's what it is.
That's Northwest shit. I'm used to that. That's my stuff.
Season starts officially next week. We'll chop it up next week. You'll be close to getting back by next week, and then hopefully, I think the Dodgers are here. Or you got the Dodgers here next Thursday.
Yeah.
I might still try to go. I ain't been to a Dodger game in.
If you still want to go, I can get you tickets still. So just let me know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might have to mess with it. I ain't been to a Dodger game in 20 years.
Damn.
So, yeah.
I don't mess with it. I don't mess with it, Smitty. I don't mess with it. You know why? They'd be scrapping it at Dodger Stadium, especially in the Giants.
Oh, yeah, I'll go with you. I'll protect
you,
my brother.
When I came up with the Angels, there was a fight at least every night when we played them.
Yeah, they be scrapping. Hey, you don't take a girl, then you got to defend the girl, and then you got, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah.
Straight up.
Hey, Key, man, always a pleasure. Appreciate you on Wednesdays. Follow Keenan Middleton on Instagram, and we'll see you next week. Get healthy, dog.
Yes, sir. See y'all, boys.
All right, brother.
Shout out to Key, man. Shout out to Key, man. I should have asked when we got them glasses. I like them glasses he had. JB is I know I came in late. Is this a family right here? Like it's like a homeboy's daughter?
Who?
Darlene Sanchez. I just never heard her before. I'm just curious if she's like family.
Say family?
Like is she like a family friend? Like do you know her?
Of who?
Of any of your homies or anybody you know?
No, Darlene is on Instagram. She's a fan. She's cool.
Shout out to Darlene, man. Nice to meet you.
Cool.
I've never seen her name before.
She a member. Darlene's an OG. She's been around. She just doesn't come on this show a lot, but she's on Instagram. She comments a lot on Instagram. She talked shit about yesterday about my shrimp tacos. She talked about my. So listen, I make most of my shit, Smitty, as you know. I make most of my sauces. I make everything homemade.
Yeah. There's
a green sauce though that I use that Darlene didn't like. That is a store-bought sauce. But it's just sometimes you go with store-bought shit because it's the right fit for your shit. So
for that meal.
Yeah, and I go with the store. I tell them that's the secret to my, because I do all this. I made the bombest Cajun pineapple shrimp tacos. That's what I do. And she was mad that I used the green sauce on there from the store. It's the fire sauce though.
Real quick, JB, while we're talking about homemade food and all that type of stuff, have you made the special announcement to the chat yet about what's going on this week or no?
No.
Should we do it or should we wait? What you thinking? Because you know you talking about homemade tacos. That's my favorite food. I'm just letting you know that tacos and wings. So I don't know what that means, but
tacos and wings, black people shit like a motherfucker. It don't even go together. Like
does,
tacos and wings. Like it's two different whole like genres. Like you don't have tacos and wings.
That's a perfect combination in my opinion.
Not a perfect combination. Wings and fries. You know, tacos, you need beans and rice or enchilada or taquitos or chips. Tacos, chips, salsa. You don't do tacos. You mixing Mexican shit with black people shit all in one sitting.
We family. That's why I fuck with the Mexicans. So I'm saying we get wings, fries, and tacos with a cup of some whatever. A orange crush.
Orange. Black people shit like a motherfucker. You might as well grab some grape soda too. Shit.
I almost said grape Kool-Aid because I ain't had it.
No, all sugar, no water. This much water, all sugar.
I guarantee my Kool-Aid better than your Kool-Aid.
Doubt it.
I guarantee it. We could do a Kool-Aid contest.
White people Kool-Aid be fucking nasty. It'd be water. It'd be straight water. If you go back in the day when we used to go to white people's house and their Kool-Aid was in there, if it's clear,
get
away.
It's basically like a Powerade. I might as well go get a Powerade.
But that was before Powerade existed. When we grew up, I was like, what is this shit? It's nasty.
Horrible, bro. My Kool-Aid.
We'll make the announcement. Darlene, I like the Mexican in you. Appreciate it. We got a lot of females. It's either black or Mexican. We don't have no white girls in here. Nope. I think we got Nurse Court comes in on occasion.
Bree black. She ain't been here in a while.
Bree come in on occasion. But Darlene Mexican, Lucy Mexican. We got a Boricua in the house, Puerto Rican. Baby girl. Jazzy a sister. Jada sister. Chris sister. Chris's sister. Who else? Baby girl. Okay, I think
Tina's sister.
Tina's sister. She don't like me calling her out. I think she probably come out. Who else come in? Missing somebody.
About 9 women.
Chris. We got Chris. Who else comes in here though?
You already said Lucy. You said Chris. You said Jada. You said Baby Girl. You said Tina. You said Nurse Court.
Bubblegum. You like bubblegum? You thought she was fake.
You should have bubblegum Bubblegum and Darlene should be like our test tasters for our Kool-Aid contest. We should make Kool-Aid and have them judge who Kool-Aid is better.
I don't know if you can have Mexican taste Kool-Aid.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I mean, listen, Mexicans and black people, we're real similar. Like we're different cultures for sure. But I've been to a lot of Mexican parties. Mexicans been in my like it's real. Like it's the same type of vibe. Like they homemade cook everything, aluminum foil, kids running around. You got a couple gangster uncles and cousins tatted up with the flag. Same thing in the black household. You got motherfucking just ghetto shit going on, but it's like it's Mexican ghetto and then black ghetto, but it's kind of the same concept, just different culture. So my point being is I think they could handle the Kool-Aid. Maybe we can make some horchata or some
can't do it. I'll throw
or some aqua fresca.
I don't fuck with any of that. I don't fuck with that, man.
White people shit. We probably do a coffee.
I don't do
coffee
that
contest.
I don't do that rice shit. Hey, March is a tough month on me, man. This is my brokest month, and it cost me like 2 or 3 months because this is property tax and all that shit month.
I just pay my account, my tax guy. I mean, I got a little check back, but still the payment I have to pay him threw me off a little bit. I was like, man, why?
Well, when you got business, when you got LLC and shit, you don't get money back. You're never gonna get it back. You're always gonna pay.
Yeah.
Now you got to find a tax guy that knows how you pay and figure that out. You know what I mean? Hey, I was going to, if I ever moved like Scottsdale or wherever, I was going to keep this house, refi it, take money out, buy a new house so I could have properties and a couple other properties, right? Like I have another property. I'm not doing it no more, dog.
Why?
Because the squatters. A motherfucker rent the house. Even if you get a management team, there's squatters all over the place. After 1 month, they refuse to pay the rent, the mortgage. Now you're still stuck paying the mortgage and the property tax and HOA and everything else, and they get to stay in your shit. Hell to the mother.
But I got a solution for you. Rent it out to me. Duh.
Can't afford that, dog.
I can afford that. I guarantee I pay more monthly than you do right now. I'm in LA.
That's not smart business though. I'm not gonna rent my house out and have to still pay the mortgage. So you rent your house out so you double up. They pay your mortgage and the mortgage at the new house.
I know.
I'm not about to charge you $6,000.
That's true. I can't.
That's what it would cost, by the way.
About 6.
Probably about 6.
Can you meet me at 48?
Hey, I got a good ass deal on my mortgage. I'm telling you, I pay less mortgage than a lot of people pay rent in this state.
Yeah, because you live fucking in bumfuck California. You live far as hell.
I put a lot down on the house to start with, and then I've actually got the interest rates way down. So my monthly mortgage is cheap, comparable to most places.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to know what I'm paying.
That's what I'm saying. You're paying rent. That's what I'm saying. You might as well get a crib.
Yeah, but if I get a crib, I got to move out there by you. The wife don't want to leave her job. She don't want to commute no hour and a half, 2 hours, because she already got a 13-hour shift. So it's a lot going on, JB. It's different. It's different for me. You can't get no crib in LA. That shit is crazy. Like actual LA, the prices are insane.
You got to move out. But you ain't gonna be able to live in LA. You got to get out. You can still get out. Outskirts. Man, let's take a commercial break. We got Matt on the other side.
Hey, when we come back, though, we got a special announcement that we got to make for y'all, so don't go nowhere.
We'll be back.
You wearing that T-shirt, JB? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I can't back down now, Jason. I can't back down now. I can't renege. This ain't spades. I can't renege and say, hey, it is what it is. I'm ready for it. By the way, it was Mahomes' first 300-yard Super Bowl, and it took overtime.
Listen, I try my. Listen, I'm not even a Chiefs fan. You know that, but at some point, you gotta just be honest and keep it real. Mahomes is amazing, man. He makes plays when he needs to make plays, but JB will find a way. No matter what happens, he will find a way to still win in his head, in his mind.
Jason, I'm sure Jason's going to blast me on his show today and ask me these questions. So, but look at Andy Reid here. He is totally embarrassed, and he's like, it keeps me young, and he's making the fun out of it last night interviewing him after the push.
He keeps me young. So,
the balance looked good.
Yeah, not so good. He tested that hip out. Yeah, I know.
I mean, what can he say? What can he say? Like, I'm cutting him. I'm getting rid of him. Like, I don't know, man. At some point, I think that I just think that he could be exhausted, man. This is a lot now.
Well, I do think it's a lot for all of these coaches in terms of, you got to understand, no one even criticized Travis Kelce last night on the broadcast. It's crazy that a player could do that and not get criticized and not have it be a story. When they got to halftime and Nate Burleson talked all over Bill Cowher and everybody else and wouldn't even allow this topic to be addressed, I was like, what world am I living in? They're down at halftime. They showing no composure, and Travis Kelce's just push, shove, whatever, run up on one of the great coaches, and I can't even hear Bill Cowher or anybody talk about it. And it's just, that's how protected players are. That's how much the balance of power has switched. And so it's very tough on all these coaches. And look, players around the league, is why A.J. Brown tweeted about it. Players realize, like, man, we got all the power. We make more money than the coaches, and the media is afraid of us. And so we can do anything. And so if I'm a coach and I made a bunch of money and my legacy's strong, yeah, do I consider doing what Nick Saban's doing? I was like, hey, man, someone else got to deal with these headaches. I'm good.
All right, let me ask you a little college move before we get out of here. Chip Kelly left the head coaching job at a Power 5 and went to be the OC at Ohio State. Ryan Day, he coached their New Hampshire guys and all this stuff. I called it weeks ago. What do you think about that? Is that full evidence of I'm done? And since I couldn't get an NFL job, which we know Chip was trying to get, Seahawks was the Seahawks OC job. He couldn't get it. So is this the way of saying, listen, at least I ain't the head coach anymore. If I'm going to stay making a couple million at Ohio State, it's going to be as a coordinator because I don't want to deal with this stuff that's going on. And we've seen Harbaugh, Saban. We're seeing half at Boston College just walk up and get out of there and go to Green Bay as a coordinator. It's happening more and more and more. And I've talked to guys that say, JB, we're trying to get out of here. Did Chip Kelly just do that?
To some degree, yes, because as a coordinator, you can just worry about X's and O's. The head coach has to live in that transfer portal. The head coach has to deal. If he stays at UCLA, he's under a lot of pressure. He's probably needed to win 9-10 games to keep his job at UCLA. And now you can go make $1.5 million, $2 million at Ohio State, just drawing up plays. That being a coordinator in college might be a better job than being the head coach in college. Sharon Moore may find that out at Michigan. It's just like he was in an ideal position, drawing up plays. Harbaugh's dealing with all the headaches. The kind of money that coordinators are getting paid now, that's a great living with a lot less headaches.
All right, Big Smitty. We are back. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member if you can. Everybody in the chat should pound the like on me. Pound the like on 3. 1, 2, 3. Pound the like button. It's not that hard.
Should be that. It's simple, really. Take a couple seconds and just hit the like button. People lazy though, JB. This generation is so lazy.
Hey, Smitty, ESPN and College Football Playoff have agreed to a $7.8 billion with a B dollar deal through 2031-32.
Hella money. Sheesh.
I mean,
we in the wrong profession, JB.
You might send that to Ukraine on taxes this month, but we still. That pretty much solidifies the fact that there's going to be 12-team playoff, 14-team playoff, 16-team playoff, 18-team playoff. You're going to have more and more and more, which is going to equal less and less and less quality. I'm telling you, watch. Just watch, mark my words. Just come back to this fucking time in about 2-3 years, and you're all going to be like, damn, college football is shitty.
But the problem, JB, everybody's going to forget that you made this take. Like, you're going to be like, I said this from the beginning. It was going to be shitty. Now everybody didn't believe me. Blah, blah, blah. No one's going to remember that you said this, JB. That's the problem.
Unless we blow up, then we could show it.
Right. Well, don't say if, say when. And speaking of blowing up, man, we got a special announcement, man. Breaking news for all of our loyal fans. This week, JB and I will be recording an episode live and in person. That's right, in person this Friday, but also Thursday night. We're going to do a special edition episode
after hours.
Lounge, after hours type of vibe. Cigars, liquor, AEs, tacos, chicken wings, Kool-Aid, the whole nine, man. We'll give you all the details here probably the next 24 hours as far as what time we'll be live Thursday. And then obviously Friday morning, same time as normal, except we're going to be in person. I'm going to be at JB's crib. I'm bringing a sleepover bag. Pause. He got an extra room. I'm in that thing. I'm staying the night for about 2 days, 3 days. Hey, I might move in. Who knows? Black people shit. I might squat his house and take over the whole fucking house. I might be a squatter. I'm bringing my whole bag. I'm taking over JB house.
Hey, so what if you came in my house, I let you in the house, we chill, and then you just something flips, and you just stay in my house. I can't get rid of you? That's really the rule.
Yep.
That's really the law. I can't get rid of you, and I can't shut off the heater.
You taking a risk.
The water, nothing.
You taking a risk, JB.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Hey, on the real note, I will be there though, y'all. Live episode. It's gonna get crazy. I'm laying on that right now. We might have special. Some of the homies might pull up. Who knows? Like, I don't know what's gonna go down, but I gotta tune in Thursday night, Friday morning. It's going down. FA, them dogs love me. FA.
I might have my boy Spree over. I might have to call him over.
I love Spree. That's the homie.
Might have to do a whole lounge thing. See if we can get camera. We got enough cameras. I think we got enough cameras.
We could do poker. We can turn on, like, we can make it a whole, like, vibe in that thing. Crazy. Just talking shit.
Stripper.
That's what I'm saying. Paul Pierce. You know what I mean? Like, we can really get that thing going. And by the way, I'm going to keep putting this pressure on you because you didn't answer me yesterday, but I'm going to keep putting pressure on you. Everybody in the chat, the ladies specifically, they want to fly out this summer and do a big-time Coach JV show with Big Smitty party somewhere. It don't have to be at your house, but they want to fly to L.A., meet us in person, do a meet and greet, and have a party. They've been blowing me up, asking me, Big Smitty, what's the date so they can book? They want to book their flights this month or in April. So the prices are still good. I asked you live on the show yesterday. You gave me this weird ass face, and you ignored me. So I'm gonna ask you again: can we / are we throwing a party this summer? And if so, what's the date?
All depends. Money got to be right. I don't just have parties just for shits and gigs. People I don't know. I love our people, our fans, especially our members, OGs. You know, there's OGs in here, of course. But just to say we did it, it's got to be a legitimate venue. It's got to be right. It's got to be a right spot. Do a live show somewhere. Cisco be talking shit, dog. Cisco comes over, drives from LA, he lives by you, comes out, and then like we're drinking, chilling the whole time. And this motherfucker be like, I gotta go. I'm like, what do you mean you gotta go? He's like, fuck, we ain't even started poker yet. And he's like, well, Kobe, I gotta get back home. I got a family and shit. So that's why he fucks with me.
Hey, the party don't start till 1 a.m, Cisco.
By the way, Cisco's a comedian and a coach, so he does, Nah, you can't throw rent parties. That's hood shit. You throw a rent party, cats get smoked at the rent parties. Cats
look. That's the brass tacks. That's what it really comes down to right there. I got a club downtown that I can get the whole spot for free. Now y'all got to pay for your own drinks, of course. Like that'd be like the compromise. But I know the owner, one call away, let them know, hey, Coach JB, last chance you. He gonna pack the house, 100 people come out. They'll give us a whole little area for free.
The problem is, dog, we've done it before. They don't show up.
That's because you didn't have me on here.
They talk that talk and all that, but they don't show up. That's why I'm not super hyped on it, because they just don't start up. Hoyos locos.
JB, you've never promoted a party with me like that. I understand what you've been through. When I throw bangers, hold on, time out. Did you see what I did back in Indianapolis during All-Star Weekend? I had thousands of people who pulled up. The door was out the line was out the damn door. When Big Smitty throws events, I shut the city down. If you need help getting people there, that's nothing. That's one call.
Anyway, all the females got to come in their birthday suits.
Well, they trying to book flights today. I'm trying to tell you. You don't be in the Discord, so you don't be knowing. They trying to book flights today. Yes. Lucy, baby girl. They all trying to book their baby girl. Am I lying? Lucy, am I lying? They trying to book their flights today. He keep rolling his eye. He don't believe me.
Booking flights today for what? For when?
That's why I'm at for the date, for the party, for the weekend. They want to come out. They want to come out to LA for 3-4 days and meet us and have a party. I'm telling you that. I'm not making it up.
Let me know how that mother go. Let's dive into some. All right, Smitty, where you at with the Jets? The Vice President of the United States, who the to-be Vice President of the United States, Aaron Rodgers, has got him some new weapons, and it ain't a B-2 bomber. It is Mike Williams. Quietly as kept, I'm going to keep it real. Quietly as kept, the Jets have possibly had the best offseason.
What?
Oh, man. Have you seen who they've gotten over the fucking last few week?
Who are they getting?
Bailey, I don't know if you could pull it up. The Jets may have the best offseason. And
they got Tyron Smith, left tackle. Mike Williams, another deep threat wide out, opposite of our boy.
And Mauso at D tackle.
Who they at D tackle?
Fucking what's his name, Josh? Finoka or let me see.
Oh, Leaky Fotu?
Yeah.
Oh. Then they still got your boy Jermaine Johnson, obviously Keenan. They still there. They got Javon Kinlaw. He ain't that good, but he's a big body.
Yeah, but there's a body.
It's a body. You need bodies at D-line. And really, a big move that people ain't really paying attention to, in my opinion, they got Tyrod Taylor as a backup. Only reason why I say that is he's an upgrade over Zach Wilson. And knock on wood, obviously, hopefully nothing happens to Aaron, but you know what I'm saying? Like, at least Tyrod can keep you afloat and keep things going in the event that Aaron misses 2 or 3 games. So it is still an important move.
RNTY1 said, JB, really? Come on. A couple of tackles and a receiver.
But the team's already loaded anyway. So those are very
you
good
don't
pieces.
gotta say nothing, Smitty. Don't even address the fucking idiots in the chat. They got some tackles to protect the best quarterback in the NFL.
They got Morgan Moses, who I played against in Virginia in college.
They got tackles to protect the best ball spinner of all time, Smitty. Not a big deal. Not a big addition. Don't worry about it. And they got another receiver to go along with already a loaded receiving core. Not a big deal. Oh, they got Breece Hall. Not a big deal. Don't worry about the tackles that block for the quarterback and Breece Hall.
Breece Hall healthy. Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams.
Just be saying shit. I'm just telling you. Some of these cats are just say shit. Seriously. They just say shit.
They O-line damn near fire now. They got Morgan Moses, Elijah Vera Tucker.
You wanted the kicker for the Jets? They are in line to get Brock Bowers in the draft as their first pick.
No way.
Yeah, they are. They're right in line to get Brock Bowers as their first pick. So they'll get Brock Bowers as the first pick in the draft for their pick and have a legitimate tight end in there with all this, who's not scared to block, by the way. there's a problem in New York, and there was a problem last year, even with the team they had. If Aaron don't get hurt, let's just be honest. That just depleted them with the Mormon MILF Hunter and all that.
But as a quarterback, let me ask you this: how concerned are you that Aaron Rodgers won't be able to return back to Aaron Rodgers' form within the Achilles injury? Because he is somewhat mobile. He's not a scrambler, of course, but he likes to extend play, move around a little bit in the pocket. As a quarterback like yourself, how vital is that Achilles injury, like on your just planting your foot properly and feeling comfortable in the pocket?
I think he either, I don't know, dog. We don't even know what's up with the dude. We really don't. But
yeah,
we don't know what really happened. Like, everybody was throwing in 2 weeks and all kind of crazy shit. Anyway, not 2 weeks, but you know what I mean. I think he's going to be fine. Like, I think he's fully recovered. I don't believe there's anything. I fully believe they're fully recovered. I think he's recovered, my personal opinion. The Jets get number 10th pick. I think Brock Bowers falls perfectly in line. So let's just break it down real quick for the Jets and getting Brock Bowers. So let's say everyone that thinks that's going to happen happens, and Caleb goes to the Bears, number 1.
Yep.
Let's say Washington takes
Jaden Daniels at 2.
Yep. Let's say New England takes Drake May at 3.
Yep.
Let's say Arizona, is not going to take Bowers over Marvin Harrison Jr., not over Neighbors. I could even see Arizona taking J.J. McCarthy at pick 4. But let's say they take Marvin Harrison.
Yep.
Let's say that Vikings take a quarterback in McCarthy or May if he falls, or vice versa. They take a QB. They're not taking Bowers there either.
The Vikings got the 5th pick?
Yeah.
I thought it was the Chargers. I must be looking at something else.
I mean, the Chargers, they're gonna
they're gonna get a receiver, right? Because they lost all their weapons.
Vikings, to get 5, to our friend Joe Accord's point, they would have to trade with the Chargers, and I don't know if Harbaugh is going to do it. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So the only issue I have with Jets not getting Bowers is if Harbaugh says I'm keeping 5 and I'm taking
Bowers.
Because I think Harbaugh loves a good tight end, and I think Bowers, I said a month ago, fits Harbaugh and the Chargers to a T. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. I wouldn't mind seeing Bowers with Harbaugh in San Diego or in LA.
Herbert, yeah.
So, having said that, the Giants get 6. They can easily take a Malik Neighbors. I can see him moving up and trying to get one of those linemen from the Oregon State O-lineman. I think it's going to be the first O-lineman taken off the board.
Yeah, need a quarterback.
Or Joe Alt, another O-lineman. Then you got Tennessee, Atlanta, Chicago at 9 again. I don't believe Chicago passes up on a receiver or a pass rusher. I don't believe they're going to take a tight end when they just, sign what's his name, Clement or whatever. And then you got the Jets at 10. I think Bowers falls to him if the Chargers don't take him.
Yeah, but I think the Chargers will take him now. But the Chargers could get a receiver, though. They could get like a Malik Neighbors because they lost Mike Williams. They lost Keenan Allen. Right now, they don't really have no big name receivers right now. So I could see them going for like a Malik Neighbors, and that makes Bowers drop down a little bit more, and he could get to that 10th pick. Regardless, though, whether they get Bowers or whatever, if this is a deep receiver draft, the Jets will either get Bowers or they can get another big-time weapon. Because like that 10th pick, it's there's so many good players in this draft.
You'll have the Udinese kid from Washington, the receiver available probably. You probably have the Dallas Turner kid who's an edge rusher who some people think he's as good as Will Anderson or even has a higher upside. He might have a higher upside than Will Anderson, the kid named Dallas Turner.
Yeah, I remember him.
See, I can see if I'm the Bears, I'm trying to get Dallas Turner as an edge guy. I'm trying to get the Jared Verse kid or whatever from Florida State as another guy. I'm trying to get better on defense too. Like they got picks. They got to use them. If you're going to take the rookie QB, you better be able to stop some folks or you're going to have a rookie QB on the field a god awful lot. And I don't know. I still think the Bears have made a huge mistake. But
the Bears' identity historically has always been lead with defense, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm with you on that. Take pressure off that rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Keep him off the field. Minimize, the chance he can make mistakes, and it'll make the whole operation go a lot smoother. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. It's gonna be a very exciting draft, though, man. There's so many
first round. After that, I won't watch it.
I know it's crazy that we only watch the first round, but in reality, though, those middle rounds is when you really build your team, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like you get that depth, you find those hidden gems.
You do, but so like you do, and unless you're Mel Kiper or somebody invested getting paid to do it, you're not really looking into it. And then the fanboys who bet fantasy, they only care who their team got first round.
Yeah. Because
they don't give a fuck, because that's who they're betting on, and they can't wait to get their bets on to tell everybody that their player's the GOAT.
Right.
Let me bring up, I think Matt's going to hop in here in a minute. Let's hop out. I wanted you to see this Dak Prescott thing. They're trying to restructure his deal. Did you see his brother?
Yes. Golly.
What's your thoughts on his brother came out on a video and said the best quarterbacks in the NFL, the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL? I don't know if we have a video, but his brother came out and said the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. He put his brother Dak Prescott at number 2.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. It's his brother, so he's going to say that. Who
is he?
His brother. That's Dak's, like, I think, older brother. He's always on Twitter defending him and
but
talking
I'm saying,
shit.
Who is he? Just say it. Just say it out loud. He's a nobody.
Yeah.
Just say it. Just say it, though. When you know it, just say it. He's a nobody. And I don't know why anyone's listening to this motherfucker. He's a nobody, an absolute nobody. And of course he's going to have blood thicker than water.
Yeah, but for me, I didn't have a problem with that.
New thing.
I didn't have a problem with that. I had a problem with
nobody.
He went at Jalen Hurts, though, talking about here we go. Let's turn it on.
He wants to be a Cowboy for life. Like, I'm not joking when I say that boy grew up worshiping the Dallas Cowboys. Him being drafted by them, whether it was, pick number 1 or pick, Mr.
Yeah, I think that's the wrong clip. But basically, he gets his top 10. He puts Dak number 2. Cool, whatever. But the problem is, I think whoever was hosting asked about Jalen Hurts, and he said, you asked for your top 10 quarterbacks, not running backs. Taking a shot at Jalen Hurts. And I don't like that when Jalen Hurts has been to a fucking Super Bowl and your brother ain't even been to an NFC championship. And I don't want to bash Dak, because Dak didn't say that. This is his brother talking. But you put your brother in a bad predicament, in a bad position where people like us are naturally going to have to criticize him, because you can't talk shit like your shit don't stink, as if Dak has just been phenomenal. He's been a good quarterback for a long time, and that's it, just good. What have the Cowboys won? Nothing.
I don't know.
So how are you talking shit about another quarterback who's younger and who has been further? Come on, bro. Like, stop.
Let's go. Let's dive into I got a lot of things to ask Matt real quick. Matt McChesney, 60 Academy, 0 to 60 pod. Make sure you follow him every day, 10 a.m. Central. He's live on YouTube for the 0 to 60 pod. Matt
McChesney. Up, Big Matt.
Hey, Matt. What's going on right now, real quick? I want to ask you right out the gate. Trev Alberts leaves Nebraska 10 months after hiring Matt Rule. And a month before Trev Alberts leaves, the president of the university, who also hired Rule with Trev Alberts, left. If you're Matt Rule and you taking a spot over that people, hey Matt, if I take the job at UCLA, I'm calling you, Matt, and I'm gonna lure you away from Colorado, and then I get you here, and then 6 months I take the job at fucking Washington. Would you be pissed or not? I don't know if I get pissed in the business. I get it's a business, but if I'm Matt Rule and I'm like, you guys lured me here, and then you fucking left. In Trev Albert's case, I think he's a fucking pretty much a legend. I'm trying to figure out why they left, and what are you thinking if you're Matt Rule? There's a reason they left a place like Nebraska. Something's not working there, and let me get that take first.
Well, everybody knows the N on the side of the helmet means knowledge. So you got to take that into account when you're talking about Nebraska folks. Now, shots aside, it is an unbelievable program with an unbelievable history. Multiple Heismans, multiple national titles. They ran an entire decade, very similar to like Alabama's run. Nebraska had a run like that, in the 70s and the 90s. And then in the 80s, they were very, they were relevant. They just weren't winning as many national titles. They were playing in them, just not winning them. But it's been a long time, bro. Like I take a lot of pride in being on a team that, stuck the knife in the heart of Nebraska in 2001 when we beat them by 30. So they haven't been the same since we taxed that ass when they were ranked number 1 on that day. And there is something missing. I agree. Now, that said, I love Coach Rule. I think he's awesome. I think he's going to do a great job. I think they're going to be really competitive next year. They'll have a great defense. I guarantee you they're a bowl team, guaranteed. That's what he does. He flips programs, and he knows how to win in college. He knows how to recruit and develop. So I think in the short term, they'll be fine. Coach Rule needs to figure out if he wants to stay there.
That's my point. That's my point.
If he wants to be part of this, because look, all the conference realignment shit, it is what it is. I'm glad Colorado's going back to the old Big 12. But Nebraska, I bet you, and I know this because my entire family's from that communist-ass state, and the rivalry's real, and I can't let it go, and I never will. Everybody I know, my entire family, all my friends, every single Nebraska fan I know, and that's all they got in their whole state is Nebraska football. They all regret going to the Big Ten. Other than the money, they hate it. So, careful what you wish for when you're Texas, especially Oklahoma. Oklahoma can turn into Arkansas quick. I think Texas has the ability to run the SEC. Oklahoma has the ability to watch Texas run the SEC. So, Nebraska is in a very sticky situation here where they're no longer this like dominant program that everybody fears. The N is simply just a logo that used to be elite, and and that's what it is. And the program's still an elite program. They still have money, they still have support, but the play on the field, ask anybody, and everyone has eyes. The play on the field hasn't been the same for 20 years, period. So, the standards changed, and I think Coach Rule has the ability to do a great job. I love his staff. Coach Knighton, their D-line coach, is awesome. But if there's all this changeover at the top and the whole Scott Frost monstrosity, and Tom Osborne is he's an older gentleman, obviously, but he's still around the program, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I think a lot of people still go to Tom for advice, and it might be time for Osborne to just not give it anymore. Like back in the day when I was at CU, they always used to bring Coach Mack around, and it's like, well, I love having Coach Mack around and whatnot, but as you get older, you realize that he's the old coach, but people still look at him like he's the coach. So, sometimes it undercuts the people that are in authority at the place now. So, I mean, look, I think college football is better when Nebraska's good. And I don't like beating them when they suck. So, next year will be Lincoln.
There's a fucking huge, my mind's going in a bunch of ways right now. The Washington AD just left to take the Nebraska job.
Yeah.
Now, Washington this just happened. Washington has left the conference as well, the Pac-12. It used to be the Pac-10, Pac-12. So they left. He left. And I'm trying to figure this whole thing out, because now it's in full circle mode. This is the same AD, by the way, who just allowed his players underneath his coach at the college men's basketball level to deny going to the NIT. Now we're going to let our players decide that we don't want to play in the NIT. So again, this is why you guys, I think, disagree, but I think this is why we'll see the first player sit out of a major playoff bowl game in football. This is starting to trend that way. This is happening. I think bowl game, kids sit out games. We already know that. We argue that all the time. But basketball guys are sitting out NIT tournament games, where Matt and I grew up NIT used to be a pretty big deal. Like, and then there was no debate. You're going to the NIT if you didn't make the tournament. So you go to the NIT, you play in the NIT. NIT championship used to be a real thing. Like, fucking, it was exciting to keep playing with your guys and get better. And I don't get it. Like, this just turned into an NBA summer league, man.
It's amazing to me that nobody wants to play anymore. Like, that's
what I'm saying. But you want money, though. They want money.
I used to just want to play. I just like playing. I just like playing pickup hoops. I like playing football in the backyard. I like going to practice. I like strapping up and hitting a motherfucker in the teeth. I liked playing.
But now they get paid and they don't want to play.
But it's crazy. Right? It's like
I wasn't money motivated in high school and college. It wasn't even an option. I knew that the bag was the NFL. It's the only way I could get my pension was to get there. So I was motivated by the love of the game, and I knew that I had, and everybody, our generation knew that we had to do things a certain way in order to get there. And now you're getting high school kids that are getting thrown hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the motivation level of the kid drops because they think that money, like
lifetime money, like it's like they're
the amount of dudes that are like least rich is unbelievable, bro. And that sucks. So, you know, I think it's setting kids up. And I was really bullish about NIL back in the day, bro. I think it's a disaster right now. Total disaster. The transfer portal is a total disaster. No regulation. It's a fucking disaster. Coaches hate it. They want to jump to the NFL. They just have to develop, or they just have to coach. They don't have to like recruit and do all this bullshit with children. You know, I watched Old Miss's female basketball coach on your show talking about that. And she made a great point. Like, what have you done? Why should I give you any money? I understand you're a good high school player, but come on, what are we talking about? Like that's the standard now to get fucking bank? Like, holy shit.
I think you made the bigger point though, Matt. It's like, where is the love of the game? Like, and I understand, a large part of motivation for us was the possibility of making the NFL and getting money. But at the same time, I just love the game, even outside of the money. Like, just growing up outside, playing in the street, playing in the backyard, I literally loved. Like, it was just fun. The competition, the seeing yourself get better from day 1 to day 100. Like, the process was exciting for me. It built confidence. Football did so much for me. Yeah, thank you. Football did way more to me than just like a scholarship, and like I'm talking about life. Like I've always had confidence. Don't get me wrong, but playing football and seeing myself improve and get better, my confidence skyrocketed. It made me believe that no matter what I'm doing in life, Matt, I could fucking get it done. You know what I'm saying?
100%. It sets you up for success rather than just right now. I feel like we're not grooming them for failure, but we're making it seem like sometimes in life you have to do things where you're not getting paid.
But here's,
you know what I'm saying? And you need to give the same effort when you're not getting paid as you do when you are. And this is teaching everybody that they won't do anything unless it's for $1. And that's how you breed greedy, vindictive, fucked up individuals that are totally selfish. And we don't need a generation of athletes like that.
Hey, listen, I hate to say I've been telling everybody this shit for a long time, but this is why I'm standing on this same hill. Smitty, I think you're missing the point. You can't love the game if you're being paid as a professional would at 17. You haven't even learned how to live life yet.
So you think it's impossible to get paid and also love it though? I don't think so.
You can't. Not until you learn to love the game, and then I earned the right to get paid. So now I've earned the right to get paid through my hustle, grind, work ethic, because I love playing. Matt, I know you want to say something. I started the show off with a take, and then Coach Joe hit me up and was like, man, that sounds like a fucking legit take. I go, well, push that shit. I said, if I was the NCAA commissioner last night I had an epiphany. I'm like, what if you'd say to the freshman coming in, you are not getting NIL? You can't get NIL at all for the first year. Not just make a blatant, flat out rule. You cannot get paid your first year. You have to meet a criteria in the classroom. Let's get back to brass tacks. You have to, okay, if you don't play, That doesn't mean I won't pay you year 2. That means you busted your ass on my redshirt squad. That means you fucking made us better. That means you worked hard. You didn't miss. You fucking worked there in the weight room. You got bigger, faster, stronger. Your tests all increased. I will pay that guy.
I like this.
Year 2 in the summer. So your second year in the summer, you can get paid. Now, it will eliminate transfers because if you transfer without playing and your clock starting, you can't get paid. So you can transfer, go ahead, but you can't get paid at the next school either until you actually go through that first year in college. So she was like, JB, that shit sounds fucking, I just got text. And I'm like, dog, I think that shit might be work. Now, let's go to the coach's side. JB's going to play the role of the young kid and not be the asshole on the hill. If a coach decides to leave after year 1, he cannot get paid at school B that first year. Because let's be honest, if we're going to call this out, because I'm the guy that everyone hates to call out, or that loves to call out when I say, well, I think a grown-up is separate than a kid. I think a grown-up should be able to leave and earn a living. But let's just say I'm going to play the game. All right, you just made $4 or $5 million, Matt. He ain't got to fucking hurt the next year anyway. He's still probably getting paid from school A anyway. Let's just keep it honest. He don't get paid from school B until he completes a full year at the new school. So now, if everyone wants to bitch, now we have an equal playing field. The grown man can't leave just out of nowhere. We have to make a grown man decision. And since all the naysayers and the Twitter gurus want to call these 17-year-olds grown-ups because they just turned 18, then guess what? Now you have to make a grown man decision. Transfer without getting paid or sit out, grind it out, stay at that school, learn how to be cussed at, learn how to tell you, oh, you know what? You're not good enough, dog. My senior corner is going to the NFL. He's getting drafted. You're not good enough yet. Maybe like Nick Saban and Pete Carroll used to do. So maybe we get to that, though. I don't know. That's just my take, man.
No, you make a great point, dog, and I'm with that shit. And like you bring up something while you're talking, and look, Coach JB, myself, and I don't know about Smitty necessarily, but I guarantee you he's got a mouthpiece if he played defensive line.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to speak harsh. Men speak harsh. And it's not personal. It's just the emotion of the moment and what we're doing. For example, 5 a.m. this morning, we are in here fucking grinding. There's 20 kids. They're all older. My son's in the group. He's in 8th grade and shit, but most of them are juniors and seniors offered. We're competing hard. I am on their ass about all the little details. I'm not going to settle for any loafing. If you can't count, you're going to get your ass chewed. I'm going to, this one kid, Tanner Gray, who's a really, really good player, good quarterback, defensive ends, got a couple offers. Washington State just offered him as a D end. Raw as fuck, great athlete, though, going to be a junior. And, you can tell that he's been better than everybody his whole life. And that's why, then that's good. High five. But now he's in a room where everyone's even or better than him. And he's struggling a little bit. And instead of me walking up to him and embracing him, because you have to earn the embrace. Everyone needs to understand that. If you want my embrace in this game, you have to earn that shit. You can't expect me to just walk up and immediately try and kill you with kindness. I'm going to see if you're going to look at the floor, if you're going to quit, if you're just going to lose one rep. And then as a defensive lineman, the O-line, D-line adage here, and I played both ways for a really long time. So I believe this to my fucking core. We play 100 snaps, okay? Offensive lineman plays 98 of those snaps at an A-plus rating. He grades out at 98%. Two of those clips that he gives up a strip sack fumble, goes to the house for 6, and then he gives up a huge TFL on 3rd down, and it ends the game. He's the worst player on the field, and he graded out 98%. Flip it. I'm playing defensive line. I don't do shit for 98 plays. I'm getting my ass beat. I'm getting reached. I'm getting double teamed. I'm not having a good day. And then I make 2 plays. One of them's a strip sack that the DB picks up and takes in for 6, and a huge TFL on 3rd down. I grade out at 2% with 2 big plays, and I'm the best player on the fucking field. So you've got to be able, as a defensive player specifically, as a defensive player, you have to have no memory and unbelievable effort. And as an offensive player, you have to remember everything and have unbelievable effort. I need to know what I did wrong in order to fix it on offense. On defense, I need to forget what I just did and chase the fucking ball. So when a kid struggles in the room, I approach them with fury first. I get in his face. I get on him. I'm challenging him. He's not talking. He's never been approached. It's all like, it's very abrupt to him. And I'm testing him. I'm not having a bad morning or pissed off. And like, we were on TikTok Live this morning, got banned again. Every time I go on, I get banned because somebody thinks I'm like bullying. Well, obviously that fucking snowflake has never been coached. I need to figure out if you're going to be able to do a man's job as a child. Yeah. And in that projection, when you get to college and you think you're the shit, you brought up something. Kids shouldn't get paid until their second year. I agree with this wholeheartedly, and this is what I think. If they would have paid me in college more than just a stipend check, and they would have made me pay for my own classes and like put the ownership on me rather than just giving me a scholarship, I guarantee you I would have handled it differently, because the minute they handed me a check in the NFL, I was like, holy fuck, this is real. The scholarship just didn't, it was awesome. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I earned it, but I never saw it. Like I just signed a piece of paper and they never handed me scholarship checks. Right. I didn't have to manage the money or learn how to do any of it. So I agree that earning the money and earning the check that says Matt McChesney, New York Jets, $100,000, that motherfucking check right there, you're like, okay, now I really need to hyper focus and do things correctly. Rather than just playing football, I need to live football. So
Man, I truly believe that the money that these kids are getting is direct correlation affecting the NFL product. I don't
the entire product from top to bottom. I agree.
I just think if you make a dollar amount that's close to your position coach or more, then the coach that's coaching you in college, which a lot of these kids are making more. Caleb Williams made more than the fucking wideout coach at USC.
He made more than probably the whole staff combined, dog.
How is that not affecting that kid when he goes to the NFL and his first year rookie contract is less than what he made at USC? How are you motivated to get better? I see this as a complete disaster, and it starts at the college level, and I just don't understand it. And if we're going to fix it, I think that you have to turn 4-year kids first year into JUCO. If you're going to implode JUCO and get rid of JUCO, which is happening before our very eyes, that no one really understands, the talent level at the JUCO level is just not the same because you don't get transfers anymore. The transfers sit in the portal. Right. But let's make the first year freshman earn it. Let's grind his ass. If he is good enough to play, guess what? You're earning your money for the second year too, and you won't transfer. You're going to play here.
How about this idea? What about transfer portal junior college? Like instead of just saying junior college is dead, or
that's what it used to be, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're going to go sit in the transfer portal, if you are in the transfer portal for more than
6 weeks,
for more than 90 days, let's say 90 days, okay? Let's say 3 months, and that's even long. Let's say 6 weeks. You said 6 weeks?
Yep.
6 weeks. Fucking A. If you don't know where you're going, look. 90%
really say a week.
Dog, 90% of the guys that I place in the transfer portal are already fucking placed before we go in the transfer portal.
That's what I'm saying.
Legal tampering is happening. The amount of phone calls I get from coaches this week that are like, hey, the transfer portal window is opening up here pretty soon. Will you talk to this guy at this school and see if he'll come to us? And I'm sitting there like, time out, dog. I'm not doing that dirty work for you, homie. That's going to be, you're going to have to make that phone call if you want that to happen. But if you're a kid, like, and you're in the transfer portal for more than 6 weeks, you need to go get tape. You need to, obviously somebody's not seeing what they need to see because you're not a commodity anymore. You're now at the same level or worse off than the high school kids. And the high school kids, I know this because the product in high school is being significantly diminished, and people are quitting playing high school football because now they don't think they have a chance to go play because they're competing with transfer portal kids for scholarships. So it's killing the high school product too, especially in hobby town states like Colorado. Colorado is straight hobby town, dog. It's too affluent. It's too nice. People like football here. They don't need football here. I grew up in a fucking trailer. If I didn't have football, there is no
Same with LA.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way the hood is. That's the way the wards are in Houston, where my boy Lawrence Vickers from. It's the way New Orleans is. It's the way, you know, the hoods in Indiana are. It's the way it is. Guys who need football will do more because they know it's a bridge to actual bucks. Guys who like football will do less because they know that mommy and daddy have a parachute for them when it doesn't work out. And back in the day, we used to call those guys free school seekers. The cats that would come in and they would play for a year and they'd be like, oh, my shoulder's fucked up, I'm in a medical. And then they'd never play again. And they were cool when they hung out with the football team and shit, but you always walked in and you're like, this slappy ass pussy motherfuckers here, huh? You can't push through your shoulder injury, dog. You need to go to school for free.
Right.
And like back in the day, I always felt like those guys were getting over on the team. And now it's like the goal is to get over on it. Like the goal shouldn't be to bag a scholarship and trick a coach. Like it goes full circle back to, do you actually want to play or do you want to dress up as a football player and get an NIL deal?
They want all the perks of being an athlete without putting in the work. They want to make as much money as they possibly can with doing the less work to get to that point.
Yep.
And that's just the fucking truth. And that's what it is. And
But
I really believe
we gotta stop with this whole tampering bullshit, because the tampering bullshit goes both ways. Kirk Cousins in the NFL started tampering by saying, I want to go to Atlanta. He started initiation with Atlanta's personnel and their administration and their upper office management. And now Atlanta's going to lose a draft pick because it's tampering. Bullshit. You act like they just reached out to Kirk Cousins and Kirk Cousins kept hanging up the phone on him. Like,
don't they call it the legal tampering period? What the fuck are they talking about?
It's all this bullshit that we're doing. But my point is, it's trickling upwards from college. If you don't think these kids are reaching out to Prime to see how much money they can get from Nebraska to leave Nebraska to go to Colorado because the money's bigger, you're crazy.
Yeah,
I know
those are the conversations, brother.
reaching out.
Those are the conversations I have more than anything. Player X had a good year last year at this school. Hey, Matt, will you call? I'm in your program.
Yes.
Will you call Coach Y at this school and say, player X got this much at this current university, but you can get him for an extra 50 grand. So if they're going to give him 200,000, will you give him 250? And if you give him 250, he'll come play tight end for you or tackle for you.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I don't believe these kids can ever understand the true meaning of what commitment means. They'll never be married.
What happens when you have to sign like a fucking 5-year contract in the NFL?
They demand a trade after year 2, just like you're seeing right now. That's why I've been saying, like, this is why NFL contracted players are now demanding trade. That's why James Harden demanded a trade. Like, we're allowing it.
I was wrong initially, and I'm not too big to admit that I probably saw dollar signs too. When NIL came along, I was like, oh my God, kids are going to get paid. And I was just wrapped up in the excitement of watching my guys get paid and helping them. Pay
to play is different than NIL, though, which they're lying to us about.
That's true. And then there's a difference between graduate transfers as well. Like my boy Drake Nugent that graduated from Stanford and played there for 4 years and then went to Michigan and played for a year and earned all that fame and the combine and a national title and all Big Ten. Like, obviously he's a guy that should get paid, right? He's an NFL football player. He's a worker. He earned it. But there are so many high school kids that I meet with, and these kids are just kids. Like, I'm not saying that they can or can't play. I don't know yet, but they're not ranked. They don't have offers yet. And the parents will sit down and go, before we even talk about like what the program is or how hardcore it is. I mean, fuck, man, I was in there dripping sweat this morning for 4 hours with these fucking guys, Mustafa Johnson and Ochoa and all these freaks all over the place. And now I got people walking in and going, hey, how much money do you think my son can get even at a D2? And I'm like, well, none. They don't get NIL deals at Western. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I'm telling you, we've opened this Pandora's box because the 2-star kid thinks he deserves 5-star money because his homie at whatever school, at school A, also is a 5-star, by the way. He's going to Alabama and he got paid. The 2-star, who's his homie, thinks he's supposed to go with him. No, you're not. It doesn't work that way. The world's not built that way. Let me dive into this, Matt, real quick. This kid right here.
I saw this.
So he left Nebraska. Left Alabama. Here's my take on this. So of course the Twitter gurus come after me, and this is their fight. This is their argument. Oh, dude, it's unbelievable. Listen to this one. Well, Coach, Saban retired. So did he fucking unretire? Why is he going back then? Like, I'm trying to figure out why we are so in denial and allowing this kid. If I'm the new coach at Alabama that just left, what's his name from Washington?
DeBoer.
Yeah. If I'm Ken DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer. I'm not taking you back. And I don't understand why we're not setting the precedent and start creating some fucking real. You left me, Matt. I'm sorry. You left me, dog.
I know, but he's
I hear you.
6'8", 340, and like probably a first rounder.
Hey,
I probably would extend an invitation back.
I'm gonna be the only reason. The only reason I think you agree to that is because you're looking at it as like, damn, that's a fat ass. I like her.
That's a bad motherfucking offensive lineman. If he sucked, I would have been, get the fuck out of here.
Here's the thing, though. But you weren't married to her, and she left you for another dude. You used to pay for her.
Yeah, time out. Fuck that bitch. Get rid of him.
He left.
Fuck him.
Thank you.
I agree. When you put it like that, if somebody else is touching my pee,
you know what it is? To be honest, it's the coach that's actually like I coached in this position, and I had guys. If you left, you're dead to me. I hate to say Tiki Barber.
All right, Tiki,
you're dead to me. And the reason is because you chose to test the waters, and you live with that. Because if you don't teach them to live with it, they're going to do it forever. They're going to do it forever.
For real.
I'm like, nah, son, we're good. Let me tell you, this is why I don't agree with it, and this is the recruiter in me. I will be damned, Matt, and I think you'll agree to this, that you're telling me that I'm at Alabama and I can't get a big-time O-lineman to come here that's new, fresh, and young that wants to be here? Then you're a horrible coach and you're fucking a waste. You should never have been hired at Alabama, Ken DeBoer. Or Kalen DeBoer. Hell nah. I would tell that kid, what? We're Alabama. Take your ass to Iowa.
I think DeBoer is going to really struggle at Alabama, bro. I don't think he really realizes what he bit off. I mean, I have no doubt that he's a good coach, but that's Nick Saban and like the evil empire and shit, dog. If you don't win 7 national titles, you are a fucking waste of time, homie. Like one national title won't even get you a statue at Alabama.
Over or under 9 wins next season?
They'll be over because they have a ton of talent and they're still Alabama. But I would say that year 2 or 3, when people start, maybe the other programs in the SEC start, with Texas and Oklahoma coming in, maybe they start getting some of the players that Saban had a lock on. Like, it doesn't take a lot to like steal guys away these days.
Joe Accord, stop making excuses. Joe Accord loves making excuses for shit, I noticed. The motherfucker's from Iowa, Joe. Stop.
Yeah, he's from Iowa, homie. That's why he went back to Iowa.
Stop making
fucking from Iowa, Joe. That's the reason why.
He was committed to Iowa forever, and then went to Alabama, and then went back to Iowa, and then went back to Alabama. He's probably got a side piece in Iowa, and she probably got in his ear and was like, "Hey, you should come home." And he was like, "That pussy's pretty good in Iowa. That's some corn-fed pussy in Iowa. I'll go back." And he went back, and the corn-fed pussy put on 45 pounds, and he was like, "Fuck this!" And he went back to Alabama for that Southern pussy. So he ain't stupid.
Joe,
Matt, what you got?
Sarcasm, Joe. No shit, I tweeted it. God damn, homie, read the room.
Hey, Big Matt, what you got going on the rest of the day? I know you say you have to hop off here.
Look, dog, we've been rolling a 6-0 all day. We got body bags shipping out today to University of Maine. We got them going to Oklahoma. I got me some stickers. Look at this sticker. So you know how we put the stickers on the bags, right?
Yeah.
What's this one say?
Woo!
Oh no!
JB's favorite coach.
Big things, homeboy. 6-0 Academy, 6-0 equipment.
Hey, where is Coach Prime located?
Boulder.
Is it? So I can sign up to Coach Prime University today online?
They have a class at CU that he coaches.
But I never heard Colorado, like the Buffaloes, being promoted. I've only heard Coach Prime.
Because it's not timeout. This isn't the University of Colorado anymore. This is Deion Sanders University
Prime.
Featuring the University of Colorado.
This is so dumb.
It's kind of like our title. It's kind of like the Coach JB show.
That's what it is, dog.
With Big Smitty.
Deion is a bigger draw than the university. He was when he got there. We were really bad. And hopefully when he turns it around the day he leaves, then it will be back to where it was, and he can ride off into the sunset as a conquering hero.
So it'll be back to Colorado then. Hey, Matt, For Loco God wants to know how to order your bag.
You can go on 60 Equipment, okay? We're doing a 2-for-1 deal right now. You can get 2 bags for the price of 1, or you can just get 1 bag for $600. And 60equipment.com, check it out. They'll ship it straight to you. We've got a bunch of inventory here at the gym if you're in Colorado and you need one. But yeah, man, we were on one this morning using those things, and we beat the shit out of those things, and they just keep on trucking. So we got to get some to Ball State. And I know Compton College doesn't have much of a fucking budget anymore, so that blows. Not to talk shit.
They should at least have $600. And my boy F.A., I think he's in the chat. He's a coach out in East Lansing, Michigan at a high school. I know them young cats could use it, and they got the budget, man. So F.A.
Michigan State actually bought a bunch last year. So that speaking of East Lansing, just 60 Equipment, or reach out, on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, and we're out.
And by the way, y'all, Big Matt, we got an episode of Big Matt on the Porch Podcast dropping tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in. We're going to put it everywhere, man. Big Matt Machezi was on my other podcast, the Porch Podcast, with me and Bolo Bands. And we dove into his career, some other things, had a little fun at the end, man. Make sure y'all type in, subscribe to the Porch Podcast on YouTube.
Is that the first white you've had on your show?
Nah, because we had some couple porn stars. We had Rochelle Ryan, Lisa Ann. We had a couple others on there, but it's mostly brothers and sisters. JB, I'm racist. I'm gonna get you on there too, though. I'm gonna get you on there soon too, man. Get you on the port, dive into your life, your career.
I don't do side shows. I don't do side chicks. I see the
wow. You went on Whitlock shit. You went on motherfucking Barstool shit, McAfee shit, all the other shit. But as soon as your best coach you ever had in your entire life asks you to support his show, you don't want to come on. That's cool.
Let me ask you something.
I'm gonna squat your house this week.
If I know going into the recruiting process that there's 2 things undefeated.
Oh shoot.
Pussy and new pussy. If I knew that going in, why would you commit to pussy?
That's actually a bar, what you just said.
I know it is, and I don't even know what I said.
But it was a bar.
I don't know what I said. Let me rewind. Let me go.
I'm a squat in your house.
There's 2 things undefeated that I know for a fact. Pussy and new pussy. So if I know those 2 things are undefeated, why would I commit to the first pussy?
Rewind one more time, because I think somebody in the back here. One more time, I think we got it. One more time, JB. I'm a squat in your house.
What?
We gotta rewind. I started by saying I'm a squat in your. I'm a squat in your house.
There's 2 things undefeated. Pussy and new pussy. I know this. I can't commit to the first pussy because I know that the undefeated thing is new pussy. So why would you commit to the original first pussy?
That's a bar.
Don't get it.
That's a bar, you just said.
I don't understand it. And that's the problem with these kids. They want to go out and say, I commit to Alabama. Well, fuck, you committed to Iowa before you committed to Alabama. And then 2 days later, you changed your shit up. That's new pussy. I don't understand why y'all don't get it. Like, if at least I admit it, I'm going to say, listen, I know new pussy's undefeated, so guess what? I'm not committing to your pussy.
Do you think the same thing applies the other way around? Do you like for women? Do you think they walk around and they say like new dick is undefeated as well?
Yes. Because for them, it's a challenge to see, is it a little dick? Is it a big dick? I want to clown the little dick, and then I'm going to say, oh, I got this side dick. That's why they say side dick, because the side dick obviously is not bad dick. It must be good dick for them.
Right.
So they're not going to be with the side dick if it's shitty dick, right? So, of course, come on, man. I still think they're human. And, women cheat more than men. Stop playing.
They just do it sneaky. Jamie, let me ask you, I know you got a psych degree. You got a master's. I want to kind of dive into the mindset. Why is new pussy so powerful for men? Like from a psychiatric standpoint.
Because men are hunters by nature. Men are hunters by nature. If a woman understands that they're hunters by nature, it would probably be a better off situation and relationship understanding. Since men are hunters by nature, meaning we have to go get the food to bring back to the wife and kids, then the wife should know I'm a hunter by nature. I am going to go out and seek and get. That is just what it is. We're men, and that's what we do. Here's the issue that comes down to it. And this is where people talk shit about me all day long and say I'm this and that. What I am not, though, is not an unequal opportunity asshole. I'm a very equal opportunist asshole. I'm always an asshole about everything. So that means I'm going to be honest about who I am. I'm not going to tell a woman a lie and tell her that you're it. You're the one, blah, blah, blah. And then go fuck something else or seek something else when I already know that I'm going to do that anyways. So don't do the girl wrong. See, but I'm the asshole. But I'm not going to do you wrong, girl. I'm going to straight tell you, hey, listen, I'm going after this other shit. Like, this is what I do. That's why I'm not married. That's why I'll never be married, blah, blah, blah. I am admitting I am truthful with myself. See, y'all ain't truthful with yourself. A lot of cats out here are not truthful with themselves. They'll tell themselves something just to make them feel good.
Let me ask you this thing real quick, JB. I mean, you make some great points. So from your logic, do you think the world, America specifically, would be better if everybody was just single then? Because if you're saying men are naturally hunters and men are just going to cheat, they're going to mess around, like, this is what they're going to do, then you're almost saying that, like, there's no such thing as loyalty.
Right there. I got another bar.
Okay, go.
Men are hunters. What does that make women?
Gatherers.
The hunted. If the women are the hunted and they know and they like being hunted, meaning what? What do women like more than anything?
Attention.
Being complimented on. Compliment.
Yeah.
Pursued. Women love getting pursued. I've seen so many married women take a compliment, and I'm looking at her like, oh, you'll fuck him in the bathroom right now. This is the thing. They love being pursued. If the hunted love being pursued by the hunters, why do we get married, people? There's not another race. There's not another gender that I know of. So there's men who are hunters. There's women who are the hunted, who love being pursued and complimented and taken care of and taken out and nurtured and all these things. That's what the hunters do. So they go do that for the hunted. Why are we getting married? I'm trying to just give you some Dr. Phil tips.
JB, all right, hold on, because we're diving deep into this. Don't you think there's more to a marriage than just sex, though?
No.
Because you're like, okay, I get it. A man shouldn't cheat, a woman shouldn't cheat. But let's say that man every now and then does go fuck around with a side chick physically. He don't do nothing for her. He don't pay her bills. They ain't nothing else. They just fucking leave. That's what it is. But at the end of the day, he takes care of his household. This is the woman who actually cares about, loves, etc. You're talking as if you're gonna fuck with anybody else from a physical standpoint, why get married? Well, there's other perks. There's so many more benefits to marriage than just sex, right?
I don't agree. I don't agree at all. Here's why. And listen, this goes back to women coaching football. Listen, I love women to death. Women provide a hell of Women are needed like no other human, obviously, on this planet. They bear children. They give birth. I guarantee you not one man in this room wants to give birth. So you should all fucking pay homage to your mothers and women for giving birth. That's why the ass you look at is like it is, because they have fucking childbearing hips. So let's just dive into this. This is me personally, okay? And this doesn't mean it's fact for everybody. This is me personally on why I don't get married through my 48 years. A woman can't do anything for me other than gawk gawk and give me, some ass. Let's just be real. So, so having said that, let me break it down. You can't cook for me. I cook. You can't clean my house. I clean my house. You can't change my oil or my brakes. I do those as well. You can't build my home or my new home. I don't trust you to do so. It's not in your nature. And number 5 or 6 or whatever, you're not going to go hunt and get me the new food. I do that. And all you really can do for me is give me heartache and pain, because you're going to take on the pursuer, the hunter who just pursued you and cheat on a guy eventually, which is just going to give me heartache and pain. So I don't need you. I want you from time to time for the gawk gawk and the ass. I don't need you per se. I don't need you to bear a child of mine. I already have one. Now, listen, remember, rewind this. I said it's only me. I'm not knocking other men doing it. I don't knock women. I don't believe you're just sitting on this earth to be in the kitchen. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, this is for me. I don't need it at this point in my life, my stage. I don't need you. You can't do anything for me. I've never been cheated on, Jazzy, because I've never been in a relationship to get cheated on. So that's the bottom line. Swear to God, that's just my take. I don't need you. Smitty, we act like I wake up. There's a broad in my kitchen fucking cooking me eggs and grits. No, I do that. I don't need you to do it. And I don't really want you here in the morning when I wake up.
But time out, though. Using that logic, nobody should be in a relationship then. Because a woman don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, because a woman don't need a man, technically, especially nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think women want multiple men. I think women want multiple men, and they'll tell you. If they tell you otherwise, they're liars. I believe that we're sexist by nature. I believe men call a woman a hoe, a slut, and all this shit. That's why I don't do it. I don't do it because we're the biggest hoes. Men, we fuck more than any woman. Like, let's be honest, like at least we hunt to do so. Women do it out of getting pursued and they fall into the dick. So like the men are actually the biggest whores there are. But now we call a woman a hoe only. The women don't get to call the man back a hoe. Like, to me, it doesn't sound right. Like, it's just like, we're all hoes. Let's be real. We're all hoes. If we're all hoes, Smitty, how can you turn a hoe into a housewife? How can you? How can you turn a hoe into a housewife? How can you turn a hoe into a house husband? I don't get it. We're both hoes by nature. We all want. I guarantee you there's not a wife in this chat that don't want some new dick.
That's just the physical part of it. I hear what you're saying. I'm not saying you wrong. We're all lustful creatures and lustful beings, but I feel like forget marriage, just say relationship in general. There's nothing like having a partner that can just take away a lot of that stress that you have. So like you said, I know you cook, JB, but it would be nice to have somebody who could just cook for you sometimes so you ain't got to do it. I know you clean your house. It would be nice to have somebody clean your house.
Seriously, what stress is she taking away from me? Now remember, stop moving the narrative. We're talking about women in the NFL. The motherfuckers want to move that shit to, whoa, she can go to the NBA. No, talk about what we're talking about. JB. This is JB only. I am telling you I'm not telling you all to go out and fuck everybody, get divorced. I'm telling you, I don't need it. Like, I don't need it. And then when I see the younger generation come up anyway, look at what the females are saying. We show it on this show all the time. Cheesecake Factory ain't good enough. I don't cook. I want to be catered to. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, each his own. Do you? Boo. I ain't doing you.
You telling me that you couldn't have, like, let's say you had a girl who was like a doctor. She might pay for some of the utilities. She might consistent ass whenever you want it. She might cook 3 days out the week. She cleans the crib when you need to. She can go run errands and go to the store when you don't feel like it. She can rub your feet after a long day. When you go through stuff, and I know you gangster and you tough, but you still a human being, and you go through shit emotionally when shit happens in life. Having that partner to just talk to and let that emotional distress, just kind of go away. Ain't nothing like laying on your woman's breast at night and she just rubbing your head. Little shit like that you don't even like. You can't tell me that
real.
You're important.
I gotta be real. I gotta be real with you and everybody in here. Listen, it's 3,300 people in here. I gotta be honest.
Say it.
I got Mexicans for that.
But they not consistent. You can't get a girl over every day.
I got Mexicans that clean my shit for that. I got Cisco and them. Cisco and the homies coming through. I got their homegirls. They're cleaning the crib. And I also hit. I also get to hit a couple of them. So listen, I'm just fucking around with the Mexican thing, but I don't need you, Smitty. I got multiple to rub my feet.
But JB,
to cook me grits, to cook this, to that, if they want to do it. But listen, here's the thing. This is what I found through 48 years. I don't want you to do any of that for me because then I owe you something. I don't want anything held over me. I will pay my own bills. Once you pay a bill for me, you think you're invested and, I owe you something. No, I don't. I don't owe you shit. That's why I pay my own bills. That's why I do my own shit. That is why I'm never going to bank and depend on anyone. I cook, I clean, I do this, I do that. I don't want to have you holding anything over my head. And that is why I lived through 48. And remember, it's only me. This is me. 48 years, I've learned. Once you do something and get something, a favor from someone, they think you owe them for life.
JB, this is all, listen. This is, I said it before, and I don't know all your history, but everything you're saying is screaming that it came from some trauma at some point in your life.
I've never been traumatized.
People have done shit. People have stabbed you in your back. They've done you wrong. You've helped people out. People have tried to help you, and they turned around, flipped on you before. You probably got cheated on in middle school. You probably don't remember, but your subconscious mind remembers that shit. Everything you saying now is a result of some previous shit that happened to you that you're now putting a fucking wall in the front. You're like, I will never experience this again. But you cannot let your past experiences dictate your future. Oh my God. You can't let your past experiences dictate the next woman in line. The next one might be the woman.
Thank you, Chris. Chris gets it. I don't want it, homie. You're forcing it. Like you're forcing the woman to coach in the NFL.
Oh,
like, let's not force
it. You gonna keep finding a way to flip that. We can be talking about fucking Kool-Aid, and you gonna find a way. That's a direct correlation to women coaching in the NFL. That ain't got shit to do with JB. At the end of the day, we're gonna do a JB dating show. I'm gonna be the one to get all the 10 women, and you're gonna it's gonna be a 10-week fucking show, and we're gonna find you somebody. That's what we doing, JB.
Like all the shit I just broke down and said, you have no counter. Like you're sitting there thinking, like, "Fuck, he actually makes sense." He really don't need it. Like
but it's not about need. No, nobody needs literally anybody. I don't need my mother at this point in my life. I don't need anything. Need is a strong word, but if that's going to be your premise, don't have friendships, don't have girlfriends, boyfriends,
Why
wives,
not?
husbands, don't
By
have
the
none
way-
of that.
By the way, can we dive into this? We got 5 minutes. You want me to dive? You want me to really break the internet? with you?
Yeah.
Just say it. This motherfucker's like this. Yeah. Hey, everything I do, he want me to. I can do that. Telling women don't fucking go to the NFL. Women ain't shit. Like, he want me to say black coaches ain't shit. He want me to say any fucking thing that break the internet. He over there like, yeah. He want me to just fucking. Okay. Here's let's break it down then. That's why I don't have women as fucking friends. Not one. I don't have one female friend.
Jada?
Not one.
Really?
Listen, define a friend. See, when you have this is the thing I want to break down. I don't need female friends. I have acquaintances. I have partners. I have homies. And then when you call yourself a friend, to me, that means you're in my circle. I get favors from you. Yeah, I may have one, but let's be honest. When you call them a friend, that means it's a mutual fucking thing. Okay.
Right.
I don't agree with having a woman friend because we've had this conversation. I don't believe you can have a woman friend, opposite sex friend. Eventually it will go haywire. Eventually you'll fuck. Eventually you'll break someone's heart. Eventually there's no way that my wife's going to say, hey, honey, I'm going over to Smitty's house. We're just going to hang out. Really? No, it's not happening. Like, people don't understand. There is no friendship amongst opposite sex. It is purely for one reason, or there's an ulterior motive involved. And if anyone in this chat tells me otherwise, you're lying. You're lying. You just can't break through the truth barrier yet. I'm trying to get y'all to do it. I want to pump this truth serum in your bodies. There is no such.
You tell me every female acquaintance you've ever encountered.
There's acquaintances, Smitty. You just said it. There's acquaintances, meaning I'm a bit like you enjoy Taylor. You are business and employee.
Right.
You share the same common goal. You work together. You have a professional working relationship. But let's keep it real. I'm not gonna put no business out there, but you can't call her and say, hey, I got this fucking pinch. I got the fucking. You're not calling her. It's not even coming to your mind that you're calling her when you're flat tire and you need a tow.
Well, not
Let's
her.
keep it real. You're not calling her.
I got some homegirls out here who I feel like I can call and they will help.
Hey, come on, man.
I really do. Like for example, I got a homegirl named Shay. Shout out to Shay. She's married. I know her husband. Her husband cool, whatever. But I know her husband because I knew her first. Used to work at Fox, but not no more. She worked doing her own thing. That's the homegirl. That's the home. Like, they ain't no. If my girl know her, like, it ain't no weird energy. If something happened right now, I'm like, hey, Shay, I'm over here in Carson right now. Like, could y'all come scoop me? Could you scoop me? Like,
look, your wife and her husband not letting y'all kick it together at the crib, though.
But why is that the example, though? Like, I wouldn't even do that, though.
That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line.
Why can't you be friends without kicking it solo, though?
If it's your friend, you could kick it together at the crib and drink beer together. I'm telling y'all, you don't want to define it. Y'all don't want it. You don't want to hear the real shit, homie. Like, you know what friends do? What? They kick it. Hey, Mo's gonna come to the house. Guess what? There's no issue. We're kicking it.
Hold on. I might go to like a happy hour and we drink at a happy hour, eat some wings and drink, but like we ain't gonna be at the personal one-on-one at the house. Like, wow, that's kind of that's just weird energy. But we could go drink get something to eat and be cool.
That's really be avoiding and denying the truth. Like, I'm seeing a whole chat of 3,300 people really sitting here denying the truth, homie. It's fucking crazy. Why am I the crazy one? Here's the thing. I want to die with $0 in my account. I want to die alone, my dogs. I don't want to die with you, and I don't want any of my money to go to you.
So hold on real quick. So hold on, fuck all that. You tell me you ain't got no female, like a female friend who you're not physically attracted to, but they cool as fuck, and you just cool with them, and y'all. Come on, that don't make sense, JB. Maybe not now, but to say you never had it, that don't make sense, bro.
You know why? I never let myself have it. You know why? because I don't want your friendship. I want to fuck you.
But you're not attracted to him, though.
Friendship, homie.
You're not attracted to every woman in the world.
Friendship again. You're not cooking for me. You're not changing my tire. You're not getting me a tow truck. You're not fucking building my house. I don't need another friend.
Let me ask you this then.
From the opposite sex. I don't need an opposite sex friend.
What are you getting from men from a friendship standpoint that women can provide?
Huh?
What are you receiving from your male like friendships that you can't get from a woman?
Just kick it. No drama, no attachments, nothing. That's the thing. See, y'all are confusing yourself. Why do you? I'm going to throw it back at you. Why are you wanting a female friend? That is the bigger question, and y'all can't answer it because you know it's fucking pussy.
They just cool. Like that's a weird question. Like
you don't want a female.
Like I'm going outside, just like I don't go outside on the hunt for friends and shit. Just happens.
To be cool. Stop.
You got what the fuck you mean? Like you got people who you like. For example, I work in the sports industry. I know a lot of reporters. I know fucking Sheena Quick. I know motherfuckers who in the business who are women.
Hey, you'll hit. You good.
We have similar likeness. So like we talk.
Damn,
we like the same shit. Like I don't understand what you're saying.
The truth.
You wow.
Why did you? Why do you want a female homie?
What do you? It's time out. I'm not going outside. I'm not going outside. So like, I just want to have it. I'm just saying like. Motherfucker, I go outside and I meet people and I'm like, oh damn, I learn more about them. I'm like, oh, this is dope.
Bad bitches come over and unplug your toilet and unplug the big ass shit you took.
The men ain't doing that shit. They know what the fuck you talking about.
You had a female come over and re-roof your house.
Why is you so old? Why is everything I do with like hand like labor with you? Like if you're not fucking fixing the toilet or doing something in JB's house, why are you here?
Listen, if I have, and be real, if I have. Chris comes over with a bunch of people that, of course, she's more than welcome. I'm friendly with Chris. I think Chris is a hell of a person.
He come over this week.
Okay, Chris can come over. There has to be multiple people around, or I'm trying to hit Chris. Let's just keep it real.
Hold on. Listen, I don't even want to do it. You brought up my work relationship with Joy. So hold on, Coach. So you tell me you can't hang out with Coach Yo? She ain't your friend?
No, I just said it. Yo and I aren't kicking it together by ourselves.
Y'all not friends? Is she your friend? Yes or no?
She's a coaching acquaintance.
Is she your friend?
She's a coaching acquaintance.
You said yesterday she was your fucking coach. You my coach's wife. They ain't no fucking acquaintance. That's your friend.
Of course, I said you're my virtual. Josh and Lucy are virtual husband and wife.
Man, fuck all that. No. I saw how y'all was talking. Y'all fucking homies, bro. Stop playing.
We're coaching homies. Let's just keep it real.
I don't know what that means.
Yo and I haven't been around each other a bunch of times kicking it to where we're really telling war stories and we're really friends like that. No, we're not. We're coaching acquaintances. I'm not calling Coach Yo if I get into a pinch of something. I don't know her like that.
You ain't calling nobody though.
But that's my point though, because then I owe you something. Right. See, here's the thing though. See, again, you guys avoid the real question.
Yes, Chris. Yes.
Why do you want a fucking opposite sex friend? You can't answer the question.
It's a weird question though. Like I can't.
You just want to hit, homie. That's it. It's really. Let's keep it real. Baby. I don't have anything in common, Smitty, to kick it with Chris on a solo basis. Chris just says, "JB, I'm gonna come through and we're gonna kick it." Oh, really? All right. We're fucking.
But that's Chris, though. I'm saying there might be somebody who you do have a shared interest in.
Why aren't you, though? Why aren't you? Like, let's be real. Why would you come over to a guy's house, A, by himself? And why would the guy want to go to the girl's house, A, by themselves, if they're just friends? It doesn't even make sense. It's not even human nature. It's not even human nature, dog. Just say, you are right, JB. I'm thinking about it as we speak, and every woman I've ever been over to her house alone, I'm thinking I want to hit. Keep it real. Like, we don't want to keep it real. I don't understand why I'm exhausting myself to tell the truth to a bunch of people that don't want to fucking be truthful with themselves. I'm sorry, Chris. You know I'm fucking with you. But you know what I'm saying, though? Like, let's keep it real. There's not a woman in this world that I want to be around alone and not fuck besides my own mama or daughter. Let's keep it 100. I don't want to be around no woman other than my mom and daughter.
So it could be hold on. It could be a little person that's a little slow, and they at your house and you fucking.
No, come on, I'm not. You're making up. See, you're making up shit now. You're making up shit. See, you're making up shit. We're trying to be a real fucking situation here, and you're making up shit. Now you want to make up shit. Well, if Kyler Murray came over in a dress, like, no, this is the thing. Let's keep it real. You know that I'm right, and the thing is, you don't want to admit it, and it's okay. You're married. You understand it. You're loyal. You're a faithful husband. Listen, there's a reason why, though. You're not alone with Georgia. So
you telling me, man, fuck it. I don't know. I can't get in. I can't get through this motherfucker. JB. All right. So what I've learned today before we close out, JB will never get married. He will never get in a relationship. Women can't offer him anything other than pussy. He can never just be friends with any woman because there's nothing that he needs from a woman besides sex. He doesn't even want to befriend a woman because of that reason. He doesn't trust anybody. He'll never accept anything from anybody because now he feels like he owes them. I think I hit everything on the head right there. Did I miss anything, chat? Let me know that I missed anything at all. Golly, this motherfucker, boy.
Shout out to my boy Rod Chance. He used to be the corner DB coach, Minnesota, Oregon. Now he's at Oregon State. Just hit me up. Hey, listen.
Shout out to Rod.
Yeah, you summed it up. But
hey, Chris, don't come over this week, Chris.
Like, to be honest, though, like, no, I love women around in a party situation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like having women just around, just to talk to. That's a different perspective, a different energy.
Alone. Not alone. Not just you and her, though.
So if I come over, I'm coming over this week. If a woman is around, are you gonna be okay as long as I'm there?
What do you mean?
I'm saying I'm coming over this week, for example, this Thursday. So if a woman so happens to come over, will you be okay because I'm there?
Yeah, probably the woman of my woman, of course.
Okay.
If you brought a woman over, I know you're married. I'm trying to hit. See, y'all don't want to hear the truth, homie. I am trying to hit Smitty's homegirl. Like, let's just keep it 100. If Smitty brings a girl over to my house and it's just me, Smitty, and the girl, and I know Smitty's married, I'm trying to hit the girl Smitty brought. Let's just keep it real. Y'all just don't want to do it. Y'all scared to do it. You're scared to keep it real. You got feelings you're scared to push. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling y'all straight out. This is a real thing. Single men and single women will not be able to be compatible in the same room together without having sex. Period. And if they're telling you different, you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to each other. And if you say you got out of that house without fucking and said, we're just kicked it, you're both lying because we know you both fuck.
I just think, and I've experienced life too, and I've been around women who I'm honestly not physically attracted to at all, but they are dope individuals. We work in the same industry. We like the same thing, whatever the case may be. Like, you have some similarities to where it's beneficial to have them around, whether it's conversation, whatever the case may be. But there's women who I've been around who I would not fuck them with your dick. I'm not physically attracted to them at all. But that don't mean I'm gonna just avoid them because I'm not physically attracted to them.
That's what I'm saying.
Women offer more, but I'm saying they offer more for me than just that. So I'm saying,
what does an ugly female bitch do for you?
I just broke it down.
What does an ugly female friend do for you? I'm trying to fucking know this. Please explain this. I want to know what a ugly, shitty-looking female friend.
Why are you adding more additives to it? Like,
hold on. I just broke down what a work acquaintance is. Now you're trying to fucking switch it again and say it's your friend. It's not your friend. It is a working acquaintance. She's ugly. She's a fucking slow. She's fucking a mental midget. Don't switch it, Smitty. Quit trying to force it, homie.
How do you define a friend? That's the issue. How do you define a friend?
It means that you're in my circle, that you will do something for me when I need it, and I'll do something for you when you need it. And also, you can help me move a refrigerator. Female can't. You can help me move washer, dryer. You can help me jack my truck up. Females can't. That's why I don't need a female friend.
You got some old homies who can't fucking jack up nothing right now. I just seen some in the back.
Female friend though. I need a female to fuck. I don't need a female friend. I don't get why this is such a hard concept.
It just comes off, JB, as if, and I know this is specifically for you, but it comes off as if like the only thing a woman's good for when it comes to JB is that pool nanny.
Remember, though, we're going back again. See, they'll clip this right here, this segment, and then I'll say what I said, and then I'm the devil again because you didn't listen to what I said. I said, the 30-year-old JB in his ways, stuck in his ways right now, exactly right to your point. That's all they're good for to me. At 48 years old, who's lived a full life and understands the nature of the beast, life, yes, you're right. That's JB at 48. I'm not saying it's for everyone. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy each other. Not saying you can't be friends. Go, so be it. But in 10 years, when you come back and say, you're right, JB, fuck, I couldn't. I got a little shot ahead. I got a little shot ahead from the bridge.
Just a little bit.
and then, oh, JB was right.
I didn't finish. I got a little head.
Oh, these young cats don't listen, dog. They always, hey, Mo, you know what's crazy? When I used to say, I used to fuck with my players all the time. I'm like, hey, you ain't real until you had your ass ate. And all my players were like, you gay, coach. And it was always a joke forever, Mo. And 10 years later, damn, JB, you was right like a motherfucker. I was like, oh, really? I thought I didn't know shit. See what I'm saying? Like, y'all come back around in 10 years. Smitty, you still young. In 10 years, you're going to hit me like, fuck, dog. You right. I don't need no female friends. They try to get me.
So, all right. So just for clarity.
Acquaintances, remember, acquaintances, put them over here. Okay. Professional acquaintances over here. Yep. Homies and partners over here.
Yeah.
Girlfriends are girlfriends, meaning you're my significant other. That's it.
Right. So all right. Last thing gonna close out.
At the very end.
The only thing that a woman can offer JB is this right here. Can you play the noise, Bailey? Is Bailey here?
Gawk. That's why it's called the gawk. Because you're gawking it in the back of that throat. Gawk.
Yes.
Gawk. That's why it's called the gawk.
That's it right there, JB. I got you.
Thank you.
All right, man. All right, I hear you. At least you kept it real. It's a Willis show on Planet Earth, man. We agree, disagree. Maybe I'll learn more in 10 years. Hopefully I don't, because if I learn, he's basically saying that I fucked up. So hopefully I don't fuck up in 10 years. And pound that like button and subscribe.
Good.
JB, man, hop in the Discord, man. Talk to your people, man. They miss you.
Damn, you're getting bigger.
We gonna throw this party in July, man. July probably 10th at JB House for members only. Y'all gotta pay to come in though. And hey, man, we'll be here again tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
Hey,
why you tomorrow?
You gonna kiss a dog right in their face, huh?
Yeah, y'all cry. I'm saying right now, when I come over, when I stay the night Thursday, them dogs not in my room and shit.
They sleep in that room.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody's ever been in that room. They don't sleep in that room.
Don't bring no motherfuckers in there.
So we doing the live show tomorrow night. We're doing the live show. And
just for clarity, we're still doing our morning show, y'all. We're gonna do our morning show. Then I'm gonna drive 3 hours to JB House just for y'all. Do a live in-person night show. All the homies gonna come through, have hot wings, tacos, Kool-Aid, fries, etc. Smoke, drinks, scrippers, everything's gonna be about 90-minute live show. At JB House, we gonna talk about if you thought this conversation was crazy, tomorrow night about to be insane. And then we're gonna flip it again. Friday morning is gonna be our normal 3-hour show, but live and in person. So me and JB, we might box, we might fucking walk around the court. Every time, what we gonna do? We get the live mics. It's gonna be crazy. What time is the live show tomorrow night, JB? You wanna do what? 8 p.m. Pacific?
Yeah, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's late though, but yeah, that's probably when you get here anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we'll let you know for sure by tomorrow morning, Mo. It'll probably be between 7:30 and 8. It just depends what time I can get to JB's house. With all the traffic, it's gonna take me 5 hours to get out there, so it's gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah. All right, let's do that.
That's it. We
Males,
appreciate y'all.
keep it real, males and females. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
No women friends, y'all. No women friends.
You're committed. You're setting your committed partner up for failure. That's what I'm telling you. Don't commit when you know pussy's undefeated.
Wisdom from JB, y'all. It's been a good one, Pound That Light. We appreciate y'all, baby.
You tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, and Friday morning together. Tomorrow morning will be like this, and then you'll go to work, come here. We'll do the night show. I'll cook. We'll do some, maybe we'll do a cooking video or something time you get here. Who knows what we do?
We might be high. We might get fucked up. We don't know what's gonna happen, y'all. Just tune in. It's gonna be crazy. And we'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.
Get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, kill the ass a rap. We what the